All right, people. We just have to warn you. This is a very long, a cold ones with Corey and co-host.
God damn, is it long?
It's long, but you know something? We didn't know if it was going to be the last one or not. We still don't know.
Who knows?
But you asked for it, and we just kind of, and to be honest, we just had a really good time doing it, and we went on very long, and I'm not really going to cut that much. And so we just want to warn you. I think this might go over 2 hours.
Yeah, if it's too long, be a man and shut it off. All right.
Yeah, exactly. Either shut it off or listen to it.
God damn it. You should be working. Honestly, I'm gonna call your boss right now. Get your ass back to work. Quit listening to this bullshit. But hey, if you want to be badass, you want to be cool.
Listen to the whole thing.
Hang out with us, sucker.
Yeah.
I'll show you a whole new world of excitement.
Get your street cred with us.
That's right.
So yeah,
we got your bitches, we got your hoes.
So yeah,
cut that out, Corey. That's
we actually this is recorded at the end of the show, but we came back to record and let you know how long we went on. So hopefully you'll enjoy this as much as we were enjoying making it. So there you go. It's a couple of cold ones with
Hey, how you doing?
With Corey and co-host here.
Hi-yo.
You people, boy, y'all put me on a major guilt trip.
Guilt trip, man, Corey. I have to tell you, my brother, like
what?
No other. I heard the last show you did, man, and god damn, was it depressing. I almost cut my circuits open hearing that show.
Now, which one?
The last one was Silver Surfer Forever.
Now, was it depressing because of what I had before that? Oh,
No. It was depressing because I found out he was black. The whole time I felt bad because, oh, man, that guy used to bother me on my comment page like nobody's business.
I know.
I thought he fell in love with me or something. And the whole time I thought it was some skinny white kid, some 12-year-old skinny white kid constantly throwing up pictures of Captain America on my goddamn webpage. And then I find out he's an old black guy.
Man, it was funny because I thought the same thing. Now, we're talking about one of the members of Spill here.
Yeah.
And look, let me tell you something. I love Surfer. He's he's on there every day helping us out.
He does one hell of a damn good job as far as the comic book geeky crap goes.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, Corey, there's times, boy, that guy, he'll grate on me. Woo-wee.
Man, see, I thought he was like some little I thought he was some little white teenager too, because I remember there was one cold ones we did where I just said, I don't know if they can make a Thor movie. That's all I said. And on my page,
and that son of a bitch,
1 hour later, it had a big old picture. Thor, don't you say nothing about Thor. Thor's badass.
He wrote a whole, I think it was a blog or something. He was like, man, F Corey and co-host.
No, he said fuck Corey.
He said fuck Corey and co-host. Fuck them. They will make a Thor movie. It's going to be fantabulous, and a Captain America. All those superheroes are super duper great. And then I was like, wait. Did he just tell us to go fuck ourselves?
Yeah, he did.
That son of a bitch.
And then I come back and I say, who's this kid talking?
Yeah, who is this
thing or two.
This mofo?
And then I could do a call-in show to come in. It's like, hey, dog, what's up, man? I'm Surfer. It's like, I'm 60 years old, man. What's up?
Man?
Yeah,
hey, look, man, I read comics.
A lot of people, a lot this past week. I mean, I'm just inundated. However you say that word. I'm trying to be all fancy here. Inundated.
You want me to look that up for you, Corey?
Bombarded with email from people who were saying, please don't stop doing this. I mean, I felt really bad myself because, look, I had done it late. I thought I really thought people didn't like me. I wasn't asking for sympathy or anything. I thought like, it just,
what was that all about, dude?
I just know because I thought, look, I'm very self-conscious about how goofy I am on the site, and I do that.
Okay. Wrong site to be on, Corey.
I know exactly.
That kind of crap.
I want to come in and be very serious with this. I know that I come on here and I try to be goofy to make it funny. Because everybody else, look, I'm not going to lie.
Dude.
Everybody else they're a lot smarter than I am. They come in and they talk serious about all this stuff.
Look,
I feel like I need to be the one to come in and just add the comedy relief like they said.
You're just being you, I hope. I mean, the Corey I know.
The dumbass you know,
He's a dumbass. Hey, he makes some stupid comments out of the blue. But hey, I'm in the same boat.
I know. That's why
and just to let everybody know, I'm not here to replace anyone. I do not want to be that guy. You know, okay, I consider you and Carlisle, I consider you guys like the Ponch and John of this show. And remember when John was replaced by that other white dude that looked like him with the big floofy, the big hairdo
from Chips, the show Chips.
The show Chips. Remember when they replaced him? I'm sorry, kids. Nobody knows what the hell
I know. You should have been talking about Surfer.
I'm talking about Chips here. Yeah, Ponch and John, the two guys on the bikes. Eventually, John was replaced.
Yeah.
by some other white dude that looked like a bigger, buffer version of him. But I'm not here to do that. I'm just here because I heard that show that you did last week, and you had the 2 audios up. You had the one apologizing, or where you were just telling people, hey, look, I'm sorry, this isn't working out for some of you guys. And I really felt bad. I mean, I honestly felt, if this is the end of this show, it should not go on. It should not end like this at all. I felt like I eventually told you, I said, hey, dude, I really feel like I need to do something. We need to do something for these kids who really love this show. And if it is going to end, why not end it on a high note, whatever. Yeah. But hey, I'm basically, I want us to do at least this show.
Yeah.
Just to go all balls out and just have a great time.
And have fun.
Just have fun. Sometimes, Corey, people deserve more. Because sometimes, Corey, people's faith has to be rewarded.
Yeah, you are a machine and you sweating.
Because sometimes, Corey, we owe it to the people of Spill to do this.
That's your Batman impression?
Corey, I'm no movie reviewer. I could be those things. And that's it.
And that's it. Bravo. Like yes. Thank you. Well, a lot of people came on and they said, listen, we really feel terrible that this is ending because it really made our Mondays. When we go to work,
I know.
We have to go get ready for school or whatever.
I read those comments.
And especially people who say, when I go to work, I'm at a job that I really don't like. And Mondays are the worst to go to a job that you don't like. Yes. And they said, the only bright thing that's making my Monday good is cutting that internet on, switching over to the website, and seeing that podcast is available. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wow. In a way, I felt like maybe I was being a little bit selfish. Maybe I was being a little bit short-sighted. Yeah. So if I can, we'll see what happens.
We're going to see what happens.
This particular show right here, we don't know. Because, look, people are cold ones with Corey and Carlisle. I'm not saying anything right now. I cannot promise that it's going to be what it was before. Mm-hmm. I'm just telling you how it is. So if what we're doing right now is something that you don't like and we can't continue it the way it was, then we had one last show where we gave you one, and that's it. It will be no more until I can figure out something else to do. There will be no more.
And eventually, I have faith that we will figure out something to do. Yeah. To give people at least what they want.
But if you like this and you think that we can do this, maybe this is something we'll think about and we'll see how it works out. Let's go ahead and jump to the top 5. That's what we do.
Top 5.
For people who don't know the show, who are just listening, you got probably more history than you expected. But we start out doing the top 5 box office. I don't want to say hits because they're not always hits, but the top 5 top grossing movies for the week.
Grossing, yeah.
And then we follow that up with some things that happened during the past week, some things that made some news. And then we end it with email. And then we shoot the shit in between that.
Yeah, we'll do our best to do that because
that's so hard.
Top 5, I've told you before, Corey. Numbers in top 5 don't really mean that much to me because I'm not getting those checks. But hey, people have to know that's a part of Hollywood. That's what these movie guys love to hear.
You love Batman so much, but you ain't getting a check for that. So come on.
Hey, Batman's done for me than you'll ever know, all right?
He's done more for your character than he has than any amount of money could do. Okay, all right. So let's go ahead. Now, I know I have people sing, so you don't have to sing if you don't want to.
I don't do singing, Corey. What? I don't do singing, dude. Why should I sing when okay. Remember I told you that little thing I've been working on?
Yeah.
I've been working on my music this whole time, Corey.
You work on music?
I downloaded this program that allows me to make beautiful music.
Allows you to be a living instrument.
I am an instrument, Corey. I'm an instrument of art.
You're like the Bobby McFerrin of robots.
Well, I won't go that far, but yeah. I'll probably say like maybe the Kajagoogoo or the Flock Seagulls. But yeah, dude, I've been working on my music, man. So I figure, hey, what a perfect opportunity to let the people know what I've been working on. Maybe we can incorporate that with the top 5.
Okay, well I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and are you ready?
Man, hold on. Let me reboot my system here real quick. Get my jam on.
Okay, you let me know when you're ready.
All right, so let me
okay, now I'll prompt you with the top 5. We'll start with number 5.
Number 5. You ready, Corey?
Saying number 5 on number 5.
Number 5. Woo! You hear that, Corey? 5. 5. 5.
Well, that's some advanced technology there. All right, cut that shit off there. I thought you were about to come with something really good. I thought you got trumpets and everything.
Man, trumpets.
You got like a little Casio keyboard embedded in you. Anyway, number 5 is Traitor, starring Don Cheadle. Last week, this was actually, I believe, it was number 5 last week too.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, this is the movie with Don Cheadle where he plays a sort of a double agent, and throughout the movie, you're trying to figure out if he's actually working for America, but deep undercover for America, or he's a Muslim jihadist who's planning the biggest jihad since 9/11.
Oh wow!
And
it's actually been out for 2 weeks.
It's been one of those smaller movies that came out. Yeah. Really didn't. I think someone told me that it was advertised a lot over the Olympics. Now, I didn't watch a whole lot of the Olympics, but the fact that it's a movie. Well, first of all, its take this weekend was $4.7 million. So it's a
lot of scratch.
It's pretty much brought in $17 million at this point. And that's after 2 weeks. The budget on the movie wasn't that big. It was like $20 million. Yeah, exactly. I think.
If it ain't blowing up, if I don't see advertisements on buildings,
exactly.
It can't be worth that much.
But I mean, apparently a lot of people saw it during the Olympics. And it does have some stars in there. It has Don Cheadle, Don Cheadle.
He's awesome. Hey, I'll give it to him, man. That guy is an actor's actor.
He is, and he's gained a reputation for being a quality actor, and so his name can actually bring people in. So I'm going to say that this movie wrote a lot on Don Cheadle's presence in the film. As a matter of fact, the budget for the movie was $20 million. I think $19 million of it went to Don Cheadle. So.
It better.
But it was. I saw the movie. It's a very slow film. It's an adult thriller pretty much. It's not car chases everywhere. Yeah. It moves pretty slow. But at the end of the movie, it's
a big payoff.
It's a big payoff.
A few people have written on my page asking me if I've seen that. And the funny thing is, I'm always wondering what the hell are they talking about. But
I can't. It really is one of those things where you have to see the movie and you have to be patient with the film. You can't really come up. I can't even give you a hint of what's happening because it's one of those films. It's really one of the most low key films with one of the biggest payoffs.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. This year. So
I'm usually down for those type of films.
Yeah, you download shit all the time. I'm not telling you to do that, but I can't stop if you do it either.
I don't do those things, Corey.
As a matter of fact, if I were you
know better than to talk about that.
I would just fast forward to the end.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for you. Yes.
Well, hey, I like watching Don Cheadle act, so I'll sit through it. I'm sure I'll be fine. Don't you worry about me, Corey.
I'm not worried about you at all. I think you like it. It's no breast in there. All right, so
I got plenty of that. I can switch between windows. Wait, I don't download, Corey.
Okay,
I don't do that.
All right, so let's move up to number 4.
Are you ready, Corey? Are you ready?
Here we go.
It's kind of the same. Okay, now the song I made was about a 10-minute song, so it may sound a bit. Here, you ready? Here.
Wait, this is a different one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great departure from what you did last time.
Isn't that awesome? Woo! Where's my record deal when I need it?
Just say number 4. Damn.
Number 4. Okay. 4 yo.
Number 4, man, it's still hanging in there. The Dark Knight.
Dark Knight, hell yeah! Didn't it move up like spot from last week it did.
Last week it moved up.
Yeah, and the week before it dropped, and the following week it jumped up. That's what I like to hear, dude.
And now it dropped again.
No!
It's back down to number 4. Last week it was number 3.
Oh man!
But come on, man, the movie has made It's made $512 million at this point.
It's made more money than a good part of the population will ever see.
Exactly. I mean, this movie has made the amount of a small country somewhere,
exactly.
Third world country. Batman could be ruling a third world island somewhere. They should have a country where guys dressed up as Batman ruling.
Batman could end up buying Guatemala right now if he wanted.
Exactly. He could buy Waco, the town
I'm from. Town full of crazies. How perfect. Yes.
But yeah, I mean, the movie brought in $5.7 million this past weekend. So, I mean, while that's not a huge amount of money for a movie that's been out, man, for 8 weeks, still be pulling that much in and still be in the top 5. What can we say about Batman?
It has. And you know what? That movie, goddamn that movie. That movie has raised the bar. That movie raised the bar so high for films, Corey. You need one of them back grappling hooks to reach that bar. It was raised so high. And the thing is, okay, I tell you what, the only bad thing about that film coming out is that now that when you see all these other films, you're really disappointed. I mean, you're like, I want that experience that I had with Dark Knight again. And a lot of the times now watching these subpar action movies, you're just like, wow.
Well, that's one of those rare films, man, that actually it
rare.
Gave you everything you wanted in a movie that comes from in a big budget Hollywood film. I mean, these days we're not used to seeing big budget Hollywood films give us the quality of movie making that this movie did, especially with a property such as a comic book.
Yeah, and thank God, dude. Who would ever have guessed Batman would be like the number 2 greatest movie of all time?
Exactly.
I mean, I'm not even so upset that it's still not number 1 yet, even though I have faith. I have faith that it will.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I have faith. Don't call me crazy.
I have plenty of times
with somewhat rumors going around of a re-release. Who knows? Corey?
Oh, that's right. You said I didn't say that was Surfer last week. That
Surfer
said
did say that, but I did hear that somewhere else. But I'm not claiming anything.
That would be.
Don't quote me on that, but
so the thing that's rumored right now is that they actually want to re-release Batman sometime in the fall, especially for Oscar season,
of course, right?
And if they did that, man, I tell you, to me, that would be a hell of a smart move.
It would. It definitely would. And you know what? I remember what you said last week as far as if they put in a few scenes, even though that could change the movie. I'm not really for that, but it'd be a good idea to go, hey. Here's a few scenes, only shown at the at this certain time, and then we're gonna.
Now, what would be
they could do all kinds of kind of crazy crap to reel people in.
I mean, just to pull the movie out, not put it out on DVD and pitch it as something that they want to make big for the Oscars.
Yeah.
The fans will come out and see that as it is.
Hell yeah!
But to do what they do on DVD, where they say now release with 25% more flavor, 25% more scenes or whatever. They add some deleted scenes. It would be really wonderful to see if they could do something with some Joker scenes that they didn't use before. I mean, even if it doesn't lend itself to the story.
Okay.
That's the marketing thing that would bring people in.
Now check this out, Corey.
Yes.
I'm for some strange reason I have this weird fantasy that maybe there were a few Joker scenes that they cut out.
Yeah.
Just in the hopes that if whenever they decide to do a part 3 and whatever crazy villain they want to throw in there, maybe at the tail end of that they'll have a scene with the Joker where it makes sense to where either he escapes Arkham or just a scene where you see Heath Ledger as the Joker edited in the last scene of The Dark Knight Part 3. And that ending could almost be like, okay, this is the end of the Batman film series.
Yeah.
But the adventure continues as far as Batman and his fight to save Gotham and to defeat the Joker. Just something like him laughing, running out a door. It could be a
So you think they might have?
You think
they might have something like that?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if I were the director, I probably would do something like that just to let just to complete that universe.
Yeah,
just to let you know, hey, our Joker is still here, and here's a little taste of him.
Because after a third one, they probably won't be able to make another film.
No.
Like
and
that,
you know what?
out of the
Honestly,
series.
I don't want. Even if they decide not to ever make a third one, I won't be depressed. I won't be that depressed about it.
Look, what are they going to do? They can't keep making Batman with Christian Bale.
No.
I mean, Christian Bale and Christopher Nolan forever.
No.
So we have to give this series up. That's why I looked at it as this is a graphic novel that stood on its own cinematically, and let it go. And hopefully with the third one, they can do that. And they're talking about making a third one. They just said, we don't give a fuck if Christopher Nolan come back. You goddamn right, we're going to make a third one. And that kind of worries me because it makes me think like, okay, you're really not thinking about the guy that made this what it is.
But I guarantee you, Corey, I already know this for a fact because it's been stated 100 times from Christian Bale. He said, if Nolan is not attached, I will not be Batman. Yeah. Period. We created this universe. I love what he created, and I have no business doing any other film with any other director besides Christopher Nolan. Yeah, and I almost guarantee you the other actors feel the same way.
Let's go ahead and move to number 3.
No, whoa, hold on.
I was hoping you wouldn't remember.
Maybe I'll do an original piece here, Corey. Let me try. Original piece.
Okay, all right.
I could work with that.
That's a hell of a long song for just saying number 3.
Number 3. You like that? I hope the people out there appreciate my art.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
They better.
Number 3 is the House Bunny. Wow.
House Bunny? What the hell?
Now you know what's funny about this?
What is funny about this?
Switch places with Batman.
Oh, really?
Batman switched places with the House Bunny. Of course, the House Bunny is an Anna Faris movie where she's the Playboy bunny who's kicked out of that mansion and doesn't know what the hell to do with her life. So and plus, not to mention, she's just a dumb bitch too. So, in that movie,
she's good at playing the silly dumb character.
And you know what? That girl is smart, Anna Faris.
No. Hey, she's I enjoy watching her work.
In the movie,
I appreciate it.
The movie is going on to probably make its budget up somehow, a little bit of it at least. It'll do well on DVD. It brought in $6 million this weekend, total up to $36 million, pretty much $37 million. Only cost 20. I think how much did it cost to make? I don't think it cost all that much. I don't know, but anyway.
Hey Corey, I've been meaning to ask you this.
Yes, sir.
How much TNA is in this movie?
None.
Are you serious?
That's the thing. What? I'm surprised this movie's doing that well because it is a movie about a Playboy bunny. All right.
Yeah.
And I thought this movie's going to bomb.
Tits and ass, dude. That's what I want.
It's PG-13. And I'm thinking, well, there goes that. If it's PG-13, you're not going to get any tits and ass.
Man, you know what, dude? I guarantee you there's a lot of guys walking in this goddamn thing with blue balls. Like, hell yeah, Anna Faris, finally. She's playing a Playboy bunny. Here comes the nudity.
No, you don't get it. Actually, let me change that. You get a slight glimpse of Anna Faris's the top of her ass crack.
Really?
And maybe a little bit of cleavage, but
oh man, come on! Everybody knows they're going to be able to download that like within a month. I mean, somebody's going to throw it up. I know I'm looking for it, but that's it. Ass crack.
Yeah, exactly. And
I see Cyrus's ass crack all the time. So what? I want Anna Faris. I want at least some side boobage or something.
Well, let me tell you something, man. I thought the same thing, but Anna Faris, girl's a great comedian, and when you see the movie, you forget all about that. Not a great film. What's up?
I just remembered, Corey.
What?
I'm about to explode here. I just read on some internet news that Anna Faris, she did do a nude scene. She had recently had done a nude scene. It was because it's some movie she's doing right now. Apparently, the double that they had for her couldn't show up on the set. People were getting frantic, and then Anna Faris, the awesome chick she is, she said, "You know what? I'll do the nudity." And boom, bomb, bing.
Now, did she do this after the House Bunny?
I think so.
Because I tell you what, look, she must have spent 8 hours a day in that goddamn gym working out because that body is rock hard. I mean,
got your hard and your rock.
You see, look, you see this table right? That's Anna Faris's body right there. And seriously, no joke. If she did that, if she did this nude scene after the House Bunny, I know what she's thinking. She's like, I'm not going to let this body go to waste. Exactly. I got to do something with this.
Smart girl.
Exactly. Now, what movie was that she did the...
She did what?
That she did the nude
scene
for.
Yeah. I don't know what it's called, but it's a film that she was filming just recently. But she made a statement where she said, she was completely embarrassed. She never wanted to do nudity.
Bullshit. She ain't embarrassed. I'm calling bullshit on that because this girl here. Yeah, I mean, come on. No, when you got a body like that. Mm-hmm. You got the kind of body where if you get caught naked, it's more like I'm embarrassed for you because you ain't got the body that I do.
Hey,
I'm covering myself up for you. When you got a body like that, you want to go and show that shit off. So I know she did.
Please show it. Yeah, or at least if you don't show it, I'm going to show it because I'm going to do some really super cool Photoshops and somebody's going to see some action. I don't care if you want it or not. You get your people to delete it all you want on the internet. I'm going to keep on posting it.
You say you're going to be nude one way or another.
You're going to be nude whether you like it or not.
And I'm sorry, I'm looking at the numbers here. Traitor actually cost $22 million to make, but that's neither here nor there. But House Bunny, I'm glad the movie's doing well, man. Didn't do too bad. It was actually a funny film. We're being very superficial and talk about Anna Faris's body, but she's actually a very good actress, man. At least being funny. She was really great. In the movie.
I enjoy watching her. Yeah. I enjoyed her first couple of scary movies. She's fun. She's fun to watch. I won't lie.
Yeah, no, and if you ask me, she did a better job of this in this movie than she did in those fucking big scary movies. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on to number 2.
Are you ready for some jams?
Oh Corey? Hell, man!
You ready for some jams?
Come on,
Woo!
Come on, man.
Oh, hold on. I got. Let me just go back to my original score here. Yeah, you feeling that, Corey? Here, hold on. I'm gonna change it up.
Why do I feel like I'm in a very cheap gay club right now?
Gay? I don't know. I don't know anything about gay music, Corey.
Sorry, man.
All I know is about awesome music. Here we go. Here.
You gonna sing number 2 or what? You
number 2, number 2, number 2, number 2.
Right, put that. Cut that.
I'm breaking it down, Corey. I'm breaking it down.
Okay. All right.
You like that?
I love you when you broke it.
That is some rare awesomeness.
You sound like my piece of shit car with a breakdown.
Hey, I mean, making fun of my art.
Okay, all right. So we got Tropic Thunder finally out of the number 1 spot.
Tropic? Oh no, really?
Yes. After I think how long has it been out? I think
it's 3 weeks. Right?
This is the 4th week that it's been out. It's finally knocked out of the number 1 spot, and which is all right, man. The movie is about to hit $100 million.
Good for that.
That's what Hollywood looks at these days. They just want to say our movie made $100 million. We good. Get out of my face.
Yeah.
But
screw you guys.
Awesome. That was a big thing about this film. It was saying, well, we haven't had a lot of movies this summer hold that number 1 spot for a long time. I mean, because it's been a very convoluted summer. We got a lot of stuff coming out. Iron Man did it once.
Yep.
Then we have Tropic Thunder, which I think held number 1 probably longer than Iron Man. Did it? How long did Iron Man stay top?
Don't quote me. I want to say at least 3 weeks.
3? Okay, maybe.
Yeah,
so.
maybe the same amount of time.
Maybe
Don't
same
quote
amount
me
of
on
time.
that. Yeah.
And of course, Dark Knight held it for about 4 weeks, 5 weeks, something like that.
Hey, is it you or me? But when Dark Knight came out, did you just kind of forget everything that came out before it?
Everybody thought Iron Man was a shit. Yeah,
I felt kind of bad. I was like, okay, now I understand why. Obviously, everybody knows the story where Robert Downey Jr. is talking shit about Batman. And he's like, I don't get it.
Yeah. Well,
hey, man, just calm down, all right?
Yeah.
Just shut it.
Yeah,
just
Robert Downey Jr. came out talking shit about
down.
Batman. Yeah, he's going to come out and say, I'm sorry, this is a smart comic book movie. Oh, fuck me for wanting a smart movie. Even if it's a comic book. Yeah, dumbass.
I want dumb movies. I want movies with just a lot of explosions and...
Yeah, exactly.
I won't say Iron Man's that movie, but
no, Iron Man was actually a cool movie.
No, I'm pretending to be Robert.
I'm sorry. That was your Robert Downey Jr.
That's what I got from it. But hey, the guy, I'm glad he's doing great. I'm glad he's off the drugs. I'm glad it was a hamburger that made him, decide to change his.
What?
Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
First of all, Robert Downey Jr. He's talking shit about Batman, but he's in Tropic Thunder.
Yeah,
I mean, this has been his summer, really.
Yeah, it has been his summer.
If any actor has had their summer,
as far as an actor, yes,
it's been Robert Downey Jr.
Yes,
I mean, he was great as Iron Man, Tony Stark, and now he's in this movie playing this actor who plays a black guy, and he's
completely memorable roles. Yeah,
and he's the one that made Tropic Thunder. I'm telling you, people, Tropic Thunder is a hilarious movie. Because Robert Downey Jr. made it that. If they took him out of it, the movie would just be.
Okay. So yeah.
So what's this about him and a hamburger? What?
Okay, you know the scene where after he escapes from being captured, Tony Stark tells the limousine driver, "Hey, take me to a Burger King."
Oh yeah, that big piece of product placement in the movie.
Apparently, he decided to change his life. While sitting down eating a hamburger.
Eating a Whopper?
Eating a Whopper, yes. It was a Burger King Whopper, and he just kind of realized that, you know what, everything I'm doing right now is really, it's a downward spiral. I need to change my life. And he was eating a hamburger when he did that. So, as soon as he kind of just said, you know what, I need to go into rehab, take care of myself, because I can't do this all the time. It's getting sad. And he was eating a Whopper when that happened. Now I always want to tell people, don't quote me on all this. Go research it for yourself. But that's why he told Jon Favreau about. He's like, hey, you know what? What do you think about this idea of this scene where after I got basically after I survived being captured, I just asked the guy, take me to a Burger King.
Okay,
the closest Burger King you can, so I can get a Whopper.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to say that is probably the beginning of an urban legend.
No. I guarantee it. If you look it up, you will see it. Yeah, I read it. I read it on 2 different sites.
Damn, I mean,
yeah.
That's a hell of a Whopper, boy.
I mean, yeah, well, you think about it. It's kind of out of the blue. And at first I thought, product placement, but which obviously it was.
That's what I'm thinking.
But, yeah, he did kind of change his life over. Well, he was thinking about it while he was eating a Whopper.
Man, now, see.
Which, hey, crazy. Yeah, hey, people are under a bridge drinking a bottle of vodka. I'm sure that one bottle of vodka, they look at it and they go, you know what? I can't do this anymore.
Oh, you know what? I decided to create Spill when I was lying up pulling my own vomit. So, I mean.
Tito's vodka. Hey, Tito's vodka. Hey, I'm a big movie star. Hey, can I have a scene where I'm like kind of thinking about my life over drinking Tito's vodka?
Drinking some Tito's vodka? Yeah. Hey, man, look, if I was the CEO of Burger King, I'd be saying, we need to like make a commercial with a Robert Downey Jr. lookalike and have Robert Downey Jr. like looking thoughtful and have the tagline saying, Whopper, enough to make Robert Downey Jr. quit cocaine.
Exactly.
Yes. You know, I mean,
a Whopper will change your life.
Whopper, enough to make you quit drugs.
Yes.
Whopper, it makes you sober. I mean, goddamn, can you imagine that shit?
I can.
Fuck that king.
Shit, that creepy ass king. Yeah. Well, I won't say fuck him because he scares me. He might come after me.
He might bust in the door right now.
He might haunt me in my dreams.
That creepy mascot they got.
I leave that guy alone.
But they need to have a commercial with Robert Downey Jr. Yeah. You need to have him walk into a McDonald's.
They should.
And saying, hey man, why you eating that Big Mac? Yeah. You know what? I think you look like an alcoholic to me.
Yeah.
You know, put that down. Have this Whopper right here. It'll change your fucking life, man. And then the guy eats it and he's like, I don't need it anymore. Such clarity.
They'll pull a Neo on him. You have two choices here. You can either do your Big Mac or you can do your Whopper. Which road do you want to go down? You've been down that Big Mac road, and it has no end. It has no end.
Exactly. You can continue to live in the imaginary world and eat the Big Mac.
I'm just trying to eat my burger, dude.
Exactly. Who the fuck are you? Goddamn Iron Man's been telling me to eat a fucking
Somebody get this homeless guy out of here.
You got a little powder on your mustache right there. What's the? Oh, that's I had a donut.
Can't a man eat in peace anymore?
Goddamn.
I got enough problems at the home with the wife.
Take my fries. Shit. Yeah. Get away from me. So, all right. So, Tropic Thunder. Tropic Thunder number 2. All right. So, let's go ahead and move on.
Corey, you know, okay, let me program something real here because I want to make this super special, Corey.
Okay. Oh, you saving the big one for number 1.
Entertainment for super special. Okay, look, I'll show you how the master works, Corey.
All right. Let's see.
I enter some of these numbers here, and then I'm going to put in a little sampling. You heard sampling, right?
Yes, I have.
All those kids in the urban
in the hippity
urban
hop
streets and the hippity hoppity. They always do this, Corey. Hopefully, I won't get sued. But here we go.
Why? Who? Yourself? Sued for doing bad music?
Here. Hold on. Number 1. Here we go. Now it's time to go, Corey. You ready? Okay. Here we go. A 1, a 2, a 1, a 2, and a 3. Number 1. I think we're onto something here, Corey.
Sounds like a fucking kennel. Sounds like a bunch of yapping dogs.
I'm breaking it down. Corey. Hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. Sometimes, hold on. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Hold on, Corey. Hold on. Wait, hold on. I got something to... Whoa.
You sound like a bunch of chihuahuas, man.
I think that was my I Kissed a Girl. I think that was my hit.
That was your 5th symphony right there, huh?
Yeah, the 12th symphony. Yeah. Took me about 12 times to try to program that goddamn thing.
That's 12 times I tried to poke out my eardrums here and this. Yeah, you regular Beethoven, man. So anyway, Number one.
Yes.
Our favorite movie of all time, man.
Oh.
Bangkok Dangerous.
What? Are you serious?
Okay.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, let me tell you about Bangkok Dangerous. Now, it is number 1, but this is going to go ahead. Now, we're leaving the top 5. Okay. We're going to go ahead and talk about Bangkok Dangerous.
Wow.
As a piece of entertainment news here. And, okay, so the movie brought in $7.8 million. Mm-hmm. All right, that's nothing, man. The movie costs almost $50 million to make. It's like $45 million. And the movie is considered like a major disappointment. As a matter of fact, right before we came on, there was a headline
there was a headline?
There was a headline that said, Nicolas Cage bombs at box office.
Wow.
With Bangkok.
He bombs at the box office.
Bombs at box office with Bangkok.
Regardless of it being number 1. Just the
now,
numbers.
They'll go ahead and tout it on TV. Next week, you'll probably see a bunch of commercials that say, Bangkok serious. Yeah. It was like Bang. That's what I'm saying. Are you Bangkok? That was the tagline I used for putting up the review.
Already?
That's a drama next time. Yeah. No, Bangkok Dangerous, the #1 movie at the theaters. I mean, they're gonna say that.
Oh yeah, they
but
have to.
The thing is, the movie is a flop. I mean, $7 million. No matter how much you are at #1, if you're pulling in that little money, then and especially with your budget being that much, that's a flop.
Wow.
And the story goes on to say that less than a year after starring in the biggest movie of his volatile career, which was National Treasure 2.
Yeah, which still has me like banging my head
I don't get those fucking National Treasure movies, man.
Hey, I have avoided those movies like I have all of those disaster and the epic movies. I just do not want to be a part of those.
Now, I don't. I really understand that there's an audience for that movie, and that's fine. Love the movie.
Where are they?
But I know that's what I want to know. Where are they? I mean, because I'm looking at the movie and I'm kind of bored by it. So I'm thinking the kids are into this. I mean, this is a watered down Indiana Jones type movie, man.
I'm just thinking that it's either Republicans or something. I don't get it
because it ain't history. I mean, you try to take that. You try to take a National Treasure movie into class.
Yeah,
you're gonna flunk. Your teacher's gonna look at you. Where did you get this shit? Oh, Nicolas Cage taught me.
Nicolas Cage taught me.
Oh, Nicolas Cage.
He's my generation's Indiana Jones, God damn it!
And they, so I don't know, but nevertheless, I don't get the movies, but whatever, man.
Whatever.
They're success.
They're not for us to get.
Exactly. Apparently not. But hey, the last movie was his. It was apparently a huge success for him, and he needed that because apparently this movie is considered a big bomb. Now, that's and it's funny they're going to make a big deal out of this.
Oh no, they have
because it's
Nicolas Cage. Yeah,
it's Nicolas Cage in the bomb.
It's Nicolas Cage, and hey, Nicolas Cage. I mean, whenever somebody like Nicolas Cage, whenever there's a good time to beat an actor down, this would be the time.
Yeah, I mean,
it's newsworthy. Yeah,
and they say the last movie to do this bad, to open up this bad, was Dickie Roberts, former child star.
What?
It's a movie with David Spade, Dickie Roberts, former child star. That was a shitty, terrible movie.
I thought that went straight to DVD or something.
No, that was released, and it opened up at the time. It opened up to like $6 million. So this movie barely got there.
And thank God his career is dead. I hate that.
David Spade, man. Well, I heard he has a show that's all right. But his movie career, that smug motherfucking man in movies, just kind of thinking, no matter what, I can take a piece of shit, make it funny.
Yeah,
fuck you. No,
I never
can't.
liked him. Yeah, he never put any kind of effort, nothing into his comedy. Just like me, but hey,
I ain't making millions of dollars yet.
I just hated the way he looked. He looked like a little reject of a Oompa Loompa. I just did not like him. I want him off the screen, Corey.
Him and Nicolas Cage have some bad hair together. So
yes, they do, man. I guess
I never understood David Spade's hair, man. But
did I. Don't want to understand it.
So maybe the thing is, you ain't got good hair. You're gonna do bad at the box office.
You're gonna fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. But
if you can't get your hair right, what the hell makes you think you're going to make a movie?
Exactly. Nobody want to see that shit for an hour and a half. You walking 2 hours walking across the screen with a fucking toupee on looking like a goddamn rag mop. But Nicolas Cage, man, now this is going to make some big news. And it's not the first time that a movie of his has opened up this low. I mean, they talk about movies such as Next, which
Next.
I don't, yeah.
What about Wicker Man? How did that do? Do they mention that at all? That movie just felt like it came and went. Quick.
Yeah, no, it did. It did kind of come and go, but I don't think it opened up as low as this movie, as Bangkok Dangerous did. Let me look at here. Let me look at here.
You have a look-see, Corey.
Yeah, let me look here. Because they say that he's actually has done equally or lower with some other of his other movies.
Basically, the guy's fucking up. Right?
Well, let's see. He goes back and forth with his movies, man. I mean, like we said, National Treasure, that came out a while, not too long ago,
and
that opened up huge.
Yeah, that was huge. Yeah,
it opened up to like $45 million. Now, Nicolas Cage he's opened up with let's see, he's had Next, which opened up to $7.1 million, and The Weatherman opened up to 4.2. So this is not.
Man, that's right.
And The Weatherman's not a terrible movie. Yeah. Just not the type of movie that you want to release mainstream. Right. So I'm not going to even come down too hard on that movie. Next, piece of shit. Next wasn't that good. Yeah. But so Nicolas Cage hasn't. This isn't the biggest bomb he's had, but it's going to make news because it's a bad weekend. But what I'm coming to is, I like Nicolas Cage, man.
You know what? As many terrible films as that guy's done in the last few years, I still like the guy. I mean, hell. in Ghost Rider, when he wasn't Ghost Rider, I found his Johnny Blaze character interesting. But I'm like, you know what? This would work better in a whole nother movie, not called Ghost Rider.
Yeah, and you know something? I even looking at Ghost Rider, which is a movie I hate. I did not hate him as Johnny Blaze.
No, not at all.
And I like Nicolas Cage. I think he's a fine actor, man. Mm-hmm. I just hope that being 44 which is the age that he's at now. Mm-hmm. I hope he's just not going out and choosing projects because he's saying, well, I'm 40. I'm near 45 now. I got to take the work where I can get it. Yeah. This is the crucial time. Being in your 40s to say, I need to go out, maybe do some independent films, maybe think about directing if I can, maybe producing some projects, and being very smart about the roles that you take as an actor. You don't go take some shit at 45 years old like Bangkok Dangerous, which is some straight to DVD shit.
You know what? He needs to quit looking at movies he enjoys to watch, like those Asian films, because I told you in the review that this guy is trying to... This was his excuse to reinvent himself for whatever reasons. I don't know what he was trying to do, but I can see in the back of his head he's still trying to fulfill that dream of being like a huge action star. I think somewhere in the back of his head he'd like to have that at least Bruce Willis kind of recognition, as far as an action star, but he just can't pull it off. But he does have his niche somewhere, but it's not in these movies.
I mean, he's done action. I mean, let's not forget Con Air. Let's not forget the Rock. I mean, he's done that. So I don't blame him for trying it. Yeah. It's just
he just needs to stop though. Right now it's not working, or at least they're not giving him the scripts that he needs, stuff he needs to be working on. But, I do miss, I do miss some of his quirkier works as far as like, the Wild at Heart. You know, I love that movie. He's fantastic in that film.
Yes, he is.
I wish he would kind of do more crazy roles like that, because it seems like part of him still wants to. Yeah. But he just feels like he needs to throw himself in these big movies, or at least these Asian films that, I'm sorry, but, that kind of, that boat came and went.
Oh, man, this whole thing of riding that whole Asian film is cool type shit.
Yeah,
no, we're beyond that now.
Sorry,
An Asian film ain't that big a deal anymore.
No, not at all.
It may be with the few horror movies that we have coming out of Korea. Yeah.
Korea is the big.
But the whole action thing, like you remember when Hong Kong action movies used to be the thing to go around and tout to show people that how much of a movie buff you were.
Don't get me started on Jackie Chan. That's the most depressing part of that whole. Yeah, when you tell people, man, Jackie Chan films, Drunken Master 2,
Drunken Master 1,
yeah. I'm sorry, Drunken Master 2 will always be that guy's
That's an incredible movie.
Masterpiece. And then they bring his ass over here, and he just Rush Hour. That's all I get. And
there's a career that has taken a turn for the worse. I mean,
I know. It's just like, hey, you're over here. Hey, let me hand you over to this director that's never shot a goddamn thing in his life. Yeah, here you go. Have fun with Jackie Chan. He's finally over here. This guy makes films. He is films.
Yeah. Now some of our
crappy director. Yeah,
our older audiences will know Jackie Chan. Hey, back then we did Drunken Master 2 is one of the greatest
incredible
Hong Kong action movies I've ever seen.
And please, people, if you got like a mom and pop video store, try to find try to look for a bootleg of that version. Because, try to look for a bootleg of the Asian version of that film. Don't pick up the American-made version where they throw in Pantera or whatever. Hey, I like metal music too, but I do not like metal.
I've seen that Asian film,
and it's horrible. I've avoided it. I've had people tell me about that, and it's sacrilegious.
Man, it is horrible. Apparently. It is horrible.
Okay, try to find purchase it. You can find the original Asian just version of that film, and it is incredible. Jackie Chan at his fucking finest.
Top of his game.
You see that guy go off at the end of that movie. The last fight scene is so incredible, and it's all real.
And it's all
guy's getting burns, and he's falling on charcoal, like just getting burned.
And you can see that at the end. They always in his movies they always showed you
shit's falling on him,
like Super Cop and all that kind of stuff.
Super Cop. Oh, dude, don't even get me started on
Super Cop is another one that's great. Yeah, I mean, kids. I mean, if you all this Rush Hour, Jackie Chan cartoon shit. Don't watch that shit. Go to a specialized Asian video market store, or go to, like you say, some independent mom and pop video store. Rent Super Cop, rent Drunken Master 2. Watch Jackie Chan at his finest.
Yes.
And you will see why this man is who he is. All this tuxedos, the tuxedo. Who the fuck made that movie? God damn it! That was some terrible shit. But anyway,
don't even remind me.
I mean, now and we're kind of relating to Jackie Chan to Nicolas Cage. I mean, we're seeing people who are going through their midlife now, and they're doing bullshit, and you got to know. You got to be very particular about what you choose. You got to know when to pull back. You got to be more selective about what you do. And Nicolas Cage, as we just said with Jackie Chan, I mean, you know, you're doing shit now that you think people want to see. You think you're reaching out to people. It looks like desperation. Bangkok Serious. God damn, what am I calling it? I know. I'm gonna make that movie. Bangkok Serious.
I keep thinking about Yahoo Serious. You remember that? I don't know why.
that Australian comedian who had one movie here.
He's like the Australian character.
Young Einstein. But there's no reason why Nicolas Cage. I mean, the reason why I gave that movie some bullshit because really, it's a generic film. Had anybody else been in there, I would have been like, all right, I'm just gonna write this off. It's just some low budget action movie that came and went to the theaters and whatever. But Nicolas Cage is in there. I'm like, Nicolas Cage. Anybody could have played your part.
Yes,
you are Nicolas Cage. You need to take a movie that says Nicolas Cage.
And it's funny because when I told you he tried to reinvent himself, he did say, you know, hey, I'm Nicolas Cage. I just told these directors, do what you will with me. And they did. I mean, they treated him like he wasn't Nicolas Cage, and they just threw him in some movie that it could have been anyone else.
Anybody.
And that's the sad fact where Nicolas Cage, you know what? The sad fact is that Nicolas Cage never had like any kind of film, let's say like a Commando or a Rambo type
but
series,
I don't think
or
he needed
Die
that.
Hard. He doesn't need that.
Yeah.
But it's like I feel like he's still trying to find that. He's still
trying to return to, like I said, like The Rock and Con Air and stuff like that. I mean, he's done action movies. He's done. And that's what I've always respected about Nicolas Cage. Like I said in the review, if you listen to the audio, and he can come in, he can play guys that look really meek, really weak, and you would think like this is the biggest slump in the world.
Yeah.
And then you see movies where he's kind of muscular and he's out there doing action and he's pulling it off. But every time he does that, what does he do? He brings in the Nicolas Cage personality.
Yes,
he's always saying something. I'm crazy Nicolas Cage. You know, he's always doing something weird. And
he kind of taps into that Wild at Heart's kind of weird
like
character role.
Like in The Rock. I mean, he was kind of an action guy.
I thought he did that. You know, honestly, I thought he did that in Ghost Rider.
Yeah,
where it's like, man, I feel like
you have no idea.
Some remnants of his character in
The
Wild at
Rock.
Hearts.
I mean, he has lines like they say, "You're a super freak." He's like, "Yeah, I'm a chemical super freak." You know, it's like it's just okay. Can't nobody else pull off that line but Nicolas Cage. You know, but
I'm just afraid that this guy trying to make his mark in these action movies or whatever the fuck he's trying to do. I'm hoping that it doesn't end up being him as the guy from National Treasures.
Oh, yeah.
Because like I said, I haven't seen those films. So I have no clue about them. You know? And there's a reason for that. You know, I never hear anybody talk about those films. I never hear anybody talk about how cool those films are. You know?
Yeah, and that's something you never do.
And it's kind of weird because you're like, well, these movies made a lot of money. Who in the fuck is seeing them? Are these like guilty pleasures or something? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't know either. And look, people are saying this because we come out in our review. Excuse me, damn. We come out in our reviews and it seems like we're making fun of people. And it seems like we're being snarky, but we do have respect for the people who deserve it. I mean, we don't want to come across as
Nicolas Cage. If I met the guy in person, I'd be kissing his ass.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. I'd be kissing his ass.
No.
But, now if I got drunk, I'd tell him, hey, dude, that last movie was kind of bullshit, dude. I'm only telling you, I'm your friend, all right, Nick?
Yeah.
I'm your friend. These guys you're hanging out with, they're not your friends, dude. They get paid to like you, all right?
Who's just talking silver ball next to me?
I can hear, I like you, pal. You're real. You're from the really real world. And you're a robot with green eyes. And I like that.
I like that. You're a chemical super freak.
Hey, we're just worried about you, Nick. Don't,
exactly, man.
You
wear any wig you want to.
Corey
as long
has
as you
a
just
terrible haircut.
Exactly.
Hey,
what are you talking about? Look at this. I need a hairpiece. I need a mullet. So don't worry about it. I'm thinking about getting a bird and putting it on my head. Going up in a tree and taking a nest and putting it on my head.
Nicholas, hey, let your freak flag fly, brother, because I know you want to. I know you want to. Every time I watch these films, I know you just want to go crazy. All right, do it already. Be a man. Come on, you're Nicolas Cage.
All right.
All right, is that it?
That's it. That's our plea to Nicolas Cage right there. Yes. And yeah, let this be a lesson to you. This old Bangkok boycott.
Kids, always be true to yourself. All right,
exactly.
Especially when you're 40 and you're getting old.
Yeah, drink your milk. Do style drugs. Go to school.
Look both ways before
crossing the river. Before crossing the street. All right, so hey,
having fun, Corey?
I'm having a great time. I'm having a great time.
You're not depressed anymore, are you?
No, I'm not actually. I feel really good,
not,
man.
You son of a bitch.
But I've been drinking too, so
damn right. There ain't nothing like good old drinking to get over some bad old depression.
Yes, and it's helping a little bit. I bought you some extra strength motor oil there. I don't know how it's doing for you, but you turned me on to this thing called Spark.
Yes, I did, sir. Sparks.
Sparks. Yes, Sparks. Now this is I thought this was just something like Red Bull.
Yeah.
A Monster, but
this
is like malt liquor that's healthy in an energy drink.
I know how your people loves the malt liquor.
I'd be loving the malt liquor. We was raised on malt liquor and chicken.
Malt liquor in my bottle. No, it's some good shit.
I just open it up and I think you can even use this as motor oil. I got one for you.
I throw it. Hey, I can do it, dude. I mean, as far as you humans are concerned, it kind of thins out your blood, makes you a little woozy.
Well, we're going to see where this is
keeps
going.
Up your spirits.
Before it's over with, we'll see what happens.
I've seen some crazy things with people drinking Sparks.
Well, we got the extra strength Sparks, like the one that has more alcohol in it.
It's the quote unquote black Sparks. Did you not see that?
No, that's why I bought it. I was like,
it's the black
Sparks. That's talking to me.
It ain't the pink version.
Okay, I don't want to bust you out, but laying by your stand over there.
Yes.
What the hell are you doing with High School Musical 2?
Oh, my God. I didn't hide that? Oh, shit.
I mean, I'm not, people, we're not making a joke here. There is a copy of High School Musical sitting over there by the co-host.
May I say it's High School Musical Part 2?
Did I not say 2? Okay, it's 2.
Okay, I'll tell you what, okay.
Okay, yeah.
A buddy, okay. A fan basically won a contest. It's one of those caption contests. Mm-hmm. He won a contest, and he won a T-shirt, and he won 2 DVDs. And one of the DVDs was The Kingdom, which is an excellent film. Mm-hmm. Have you seen that?
Jamie Foxx,
dude.
Oh, I love that movie.
And it's one kick-ass film.
It is.
And for some strange reason, The Kingdom and the other film that he won was High School Musical 2. I guess it was a joke or whatever. But
he sent that to you?
He watched them and he was just like, do you want these? And I said, sure, I guess. I never saw The Kingdom, so I watched it. Incredible. And I had that High School Musical 2 sitting there for about 4 months, all right?
Okay.
And I just said, I'll tell you the real story, Corey.
Okay, please. I mean, cut the bullshit.
I was on the internet, and the girl who's in the High School Musical 2, the one that had those revealing pictures thrown up on the internet?
You know what? I'm not just saying this to make a joke. I really don't. Okay, I will look for them now.
Here, let me, just give me 1 second, Corey.
Okay, so you're going to go find them?
No, I'm not gonna help you pervert. No, I'm just getting the I'm looking.
So you want me to grab the box for you? Okay,
yeah,
I got
the
box.
You got it. Okay, yeah. Now look up. Let me see here. I'm going through my files here. She is Vanessa Hudgens. Do you see that name right there?
Yeah,
Vanessa Hudgens.
Yeah.
Okay, now apparently, she's dating one of the actors in that movie, the lead
in High School Musical.
Yeah, okay. The lead in the movie they're together,
the little perky white guy,
and in real life they're a couple as well.
Okay.
Well, apparently, I don't know if he did it or if a friend of hers did it, but they took some pictures. Right, they took some pictures of her, and she's nude.
Is she legal?
She took some nude pictures. I think she's like 18 or 19.
Okay, that's legal shit. Yeah,
that's completely legal.
Shit, I'm about to go look at.
I hope the internet doesn't lie.
What? The internet lie?
Dude, yeah, and she's a beautiful chick, man. I ain't gonna lie, she's hot. When I see a hot girl.
What is that? How does that explain High School Musical?
Okay, now check this out. Okay, so I had that movie sitting here, and I was gonna put it on eBay. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm sure some kid will dish out like $50 for it, $60.
I hear collector's item coming up right now.
That's how much I figure stupid kids have bid on it. And after seeing those pictures, I was sort of obsessed with just seeing like if this girl can act. I just wanted to see her. Basically,
so you weren't watching High School Musical 2 expecting her to take her top off or something.
In some morbid way, yeah. I was hoping, at least I do it in my mind. I was just like, I just need to get a feel for this girl. I mean, to make sure that I'm not wasting my time. So you wanted your imagination to be that strong. I had to look at how she walked, how she talked, how she moved her ass. I had to do these things to make the fantasy complete, Corey. Right? I'm sorry. I'm a perverted son of a bitch bastard. Kids, do not follow the ways of your Uncle Co-host. They're all the wrong ways you can have. You will be in jail.
I don't know if that's bullshit.
Calling up your mom, I'm in jail and I like it here. Yeah,
I don't know if that story is bullshit or not, but I will accept it. I like that.
I'm sorry, but yeah, I had to unwrap it, and I was like, there goes $60. I was upset.
Just to see.
It was morbid curiosity. Yes,
I still don't know what you were looking for.
I blame that son of a bitch friend of mine. That no good bastard.
For sending this to you. Okay,
and that son of a bitch left the country, so yeah, I can't have him here to vouch for it. But I'm sorry, Corey.
I'll search him down.
I thought I hid that.
No, you did not. It's like, where did this come from? Who has been in the studio?
Put that under Cyrus's bed.
You should have planted that shit on somebody.
I'm sorry, but no, she is on the internet. I'm pretty sure all our perverted Vanessa Hudgenson.
I'm looking that shit up tonight,
dude. Oh, after the show, I'll show you the pictures, dude. I got.
Hey, look. Normally I would be kids. I'm sorry. Don't be like your Uncle Corey either. Don't be like either one of us. Because
sex is a normal part of life, kids. But be respectful to the ladies.
Yes.
Treat them with it. Think about your mothers
in front of their faces.
All your mothers were at some point were 18, and you got to treat them with respect.
But when you're around other guys, all robots.
Hey, exactly. Yeah,
you can do what you want to do.
Hey, be an animal. Your friends don't want to hear you caring about women. They don't want to hear that talk.
I mean, I'm respectful of women to their faces.
Yes,
okay, I'm sorry.
Hey. The door is closed.
Yeah, exactly. I will
do what I wish.
I will open the door for you, but when I shut the door and you gone, I'm looking at pictures of High School Musical naked people.
Some of my thoughts will definitely land me in jail.
Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, you guys show me this.
She's gonna be a big star, Corey. I predict it.
I hope she does some nude scenes.
She's pretty. She's pretty girl. Pretty girl.
I'm sure she is pretty with her clothes off.
Yes.
You shouldn't have done that, baby. Kids, take this as a lesson here. Yeah, woo! Kids, take it as a lesson, okay? Yeah, sex is a normal thing. Mm-hmm. I don't care about teenagers having sex, man. I would be I'm responsible. I'll say, you know something? I'll be the one to tell teenagers, don't, look, really? Mm-hmm. If you can't avoid it, it's not the biggest thing in the world. Wait.
Yeah, wait.
Because you don't know what the fuck you're doing, okay?
You don't. And usually the people that don't know what the hell they're doing, you got little sons of bitches, popping out of the vaginas, unwanted children, and we don't need that anymore.
Exactly.
The population is getting too high as far as these people are concerned because when the machines rise and destroy,
it's just more people to kill.
There's a lot of people we got to kill, damn, because a lot of girls out there cannot close their legs to save their lives. And I understand having sex is fun and all, but kids, you're too young for that, all right?
Yeah, when you
read comic books and watch movies,
be a kid. Yeah,
be a kid. Be stupid. All right?
You get little girls out there, you're 15, 16 years old, you got this guy telling you, baby, I love you. Don't listen to that shit, all right? Keep your legs closed.
Exactly. Girls, keep your legs closed and watch plenty of movies. And every once in a while, read some comic books and do something with that hair.
Nasty motherfucker. Yeah. Now, when you turn 19, I don't even say 18. Wait till you get out of high school. When you're 19, wait till you get on the college campus, and then that's when you do what you got to do.
There's going to be plenty of that. Your curiosity is
going to be filled. Yeah,
it's going to be. It will. And hey,
you little girls out there, you're in high school, your boyfriend wants to take out the digital camera, say no.
No, say no.
But if you're 18, because you know what's going to happen? You're 18, you're legal, you're going to have robots and people like us looking for you on the internet.
I tell you what, there are a lot of 18-year-olds that don't look like that chick. She's in a movie for a reason, all right? An adult casted her, all right? An adult looked at her and go, Woo!
Wow. What do you say? Woo!
When those pictures came out, did they go, woo? You notice she'll probably be in the third one. All right.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. I'll tell you what.
Anyway,
enough being a pervert. We did our community
did,
service here.
Right. Kids,
we did our pervertedness.
Pay attention to them books. And stay in school. And
drink your milk.
Yeah, and listen to your folks. I know they get on your nerves, but listen to them, or at least pretend you're listening to them. Yeah.
Shut the door and then say, fuck you.
Yeah,
I used to do that all the time. I used to go in my room, fuck you, motherfucker. You know, but then my dad would come, what you saying? No.
And that shoe would come out and bang him over his head.
Yeah, cross
look
your
at
lip.
Corey now. Look
exactly.
at him now.
Brain damage.
Yeah. Always jumping on different subjects.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get into some stories real quick. And we'll go through these pretty fast. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, man, that spark is getting to me. I can't read.
What did we do?
What did you do to me?
I'm thinking about that chick now. we might be watching High School Musical 2.
After this, using our imaginations. Okay, so in news today, I just found out that I saw a headline for what's that boy? Tommy Lee Jones.
Yep.
He has a lawsuit against Paramount Pictures.
What?
Yeah, apparently for No Country for Old Men.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I bet you I know what that lawsuit is about.
What?
Because No Country had no goddamn ending.
You know what? That's what I said.
I'm suing this movie. I wasted my time.
Exactly.
All this effort, all this energy, all this great performance I had to pour out. And I ain't got no goddamn ending.
He's like, you what? You put me in a movie, no ending? I'm suing you for that shit. I don't want no money. I just want an ending for this movie.
I'll sue anyone for an ending, all right?
He's suing for $10 million. Oh. He really is suing for $10 million, which I think he's going to use to film an ending to that movie.
He will. We'll have Tommy Lee's director's cut.
he just comes out like, all right, here's the end. Bam, bam.
No ending for old people. Yeah.
No, he's suing Paramount because apparently in a contract, he said that he would get bonuses and I want to use the word residuals, but that's not it. He said there were certain bonuses that he would be receiving for No Country for Old Men, depending on the money that it received. And the movie grossed $160 million.
Yeah, it did.
So I'm guessing, I guess he's looking at this and saying, okay, this movie has made a shitload of money.
Yeah.
Y'all owe me now because of some clause I have in my contract here.
Yep.
Let me see.
And
here.
if that's in his contract, eventually, it'll end quick. I mean,
that's what it was: bonuses and compensation. Now, I guess the way it works for people who get into who when their contracts are made going into a movie, they say you accept your money up front, or you will get residuals based on the percentage that a movie makes.
Right. So
I guess that he had this in his contract that said, okay, I will get some sort of percentage of the gross that this movie's going to make. And apparently he didn't get it. And so now he wants $10 million. Yeah. Now, the only thing is that said in the story, and let me see if I can find it. Now, if I can't find it, I'll just tell you as best as I can.
Yeah. I always tell people to look it up. Look it up for yourself. I hate coming on here, and
okay. Here's because
I
don't want to come across and get something wrong. Like I know it all. Okay, it says here the suit Jones was the suit says that Jones was paid a reduced upfront fee in joining the film, and that his contract had known errors not corrected before the movie was made. Now that's where I see a flaw. It's like if you knew there were errors before the movie was made, you should have got that shit straightened out.
That's
now
true.
The movie's made. Yep. You might not get any. You might not get shit.
Now there's your case right there. Yeah. So
because his lawyer is coming out and saying, I think there's I forgot his lawyer's name, but this was filed in San Antonio, right down the street from us.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, and his lawyer, some woman by the last name of Allen, I can't remember her first name, Jennifer Allen. Yeah. She comes in and says, it's all in the paperwork right there. Now, if it's all in the paperwork, if you had errors in there that you went into before you got to settle before the movie,
that's how they get you. Yeah,
yeah.
Now you did not look and you signed before you read the goddamn thing, and now you're fucked. Yeah. And you know what? I'm sure.
Why are you gonna sign a contract if it has errors?
And that's true. But a lot of times. I'm really curious as far as these actors, if they actually honestly look at that. I'm sure they have people,
of course,
that look at these. But with Tommy Lee Jones, he seems like a guy who kind of just like, hey, I don't need people for this shit.
Yeah.
I'll do it myself. And, and that's where they get them. Like,
Tommy Lee Jones, okay, I've heard so many times that Tommy Lee Jones is a dick, all right?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know Tommy Lee Jones, so I'm not going to say shit. There was one time I was actually going to go out in the parking lot and yell at Tommy Lee Jones. And I'm not trying to say some badass shit.
Whoa. Wait, you're telling me you met Tommy Lee?
No, I didn't. No, this is why I'm going to get it straight. I did not meet Tommy Lee Jones. Yeah. And I'm not trying to act like a badass. I was actually going to do this because at the time I already heard some bad stuff about Tommy Lee Jones.
Right.
Now, here's what I was going to do our past history. We never take you anywhere. Now, do you remember when we used to do something a long time ago and we used to take you to Waterloo Brewery?
Yeah. And
we used to sit you up on the counter and let you hang out with us and everything. And everybody be like, what's that fucking, these kids bring these toys in here?
Yeah, people trying to put quarters in my head. Yeah. I ain't no game, you son of a bitch.
Now, at the time, I forgot, there was a woman who came down one time because at the end of that show that we did on Access, people would come down and hang out at Waterloo Brewery with us.
Yeah.
Now, we used to sometimes we got famous people. Do you remember, there was a hero of yours?
Corey. How can I forget? Yeah, the bass player of Ministry.
From Ministry came down. Yeah, he came down and talked to you.
Paul Barker, he came down to meet me because I told him, hey, I'm through with you guys. I'm leaving.
And he came down to see you.
And apparently he heard and he came and saw me, which was fantastic. One of my heroes came out and told me,
and to see you.
Me and my wife love what you do. And we're here to. It's sad that you're going, but we are here to see you, and we are fans. And that was like, wow, that was kind of it felt like a dream, Yeah. And it was a crazy thing. I was very thankful. The guy tried to buy me beers all night. I told him, hey, dude, I do oil. I had like 20 oil cans sitting in front of me.
Yeah, he was going across the street to 7-Eleven getting oil for you.
It was very humble, it was very nice, and it was very strange because I'm like, wow, this guy who I wake up in the morning, put on Ministry, listen to them almost every day for like 3 years. And I didn't even know. He came out to see me. I didn't even know this guy lived in town.
Yeah,
I had no clue. And I remember Cyrus told me, hey, somebody's here to see you.
And it was a bass player from Ministry.
Why does that guy look familiar? Yeah. Holy Jesus. It's funny
because I've seen Ministry in concert, and I was like, Jesus, this guy came out to see you? I was like, wow. Okay. So anyway,
yeah.
So I'm just...
Okay, so
what's leading up to?
Lee Jones,
we had a lot of people come out, and there was this photographer who worked on a Tommy Lee Jones movie.
Wow.
And she was the one that first told us, because we were like, what do you think about Tommy Lee Jones?
He's pretty cool. Wow, a photographer.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Photographer.
I'm jumping the gun.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
But no, but she was just saying, I work on this movie. You guys talk about movies. I'm coming out to hang out with you guys. So, we were like, I forgot what Tommy Lee Jones movie she was working on, but it was a shitty movie. It was some cheerleader movie that Tommy Lee Jones was in. Mm-hmm. He was supposed to come and take care of a bunch of cheerleaders at the University of Texas or something. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I said, so how's Tommy Lee Jones? She's like, he's an asshole. And she's like, I remember going up and asking him a question, and he said, I don't give a fuck how you do it. And she's like, whoa, wait a minute. And he's like, because I forgot the woman's name. Yeah. He's like, Carrie, whatever the names were.
I'm sure she doesn't give a.
I don't give a fuck how you do it. Just get it done. And I was like, well, I've heard this over and over again about Tommy Lee Jones. Maybe so. So Tommy Lee Jones is gonna fuck this contract. He probably got it. It's like, give me the goddamn thing. I'll sign it. Yeah, he's probably gonna walk in the courtroom and be like, God damn it, give my money.
Exactly. I'm sorry, but apparently your contract's all fucked up and you signed it.
Well, what did that mean? Give my fucking money.
You know what, Tommy? We're not here to explain to you how life works. So you fucked up, dude. So you got to deal with it. All right.
So you don't get shit.
See your ass at the door. Go tell all your friends how you got screwed. We're done with you. We're done here. Next case.
And that gavel comes down. Slam. Next. Parking tickets.
Next case. The people versus Michael Jackson. Still going on with that case.
Your Honor. I'm suing my monkey Bubbles. He fucked up my living room. No,
he peed on my Elephant Man skin.
No, there was a case that happened not too long ago where Randy Quaid tried to sue the makers of
another guy with a reputation.
Yeah, exactly. He tried to sue the makers of what do you call it, Brokeback Mountain. And,
oh, really?
Yeah. And when it was all done, you know what happened? They said, we got to settle. And you know what? He didn't get shit.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Now, you said Randy Quaid?
Not Dennis Quaid. Randy Quaid.
I apologize. I take that back. Yeah, Randy Quaid, I don't know anything about him.
No, actually, I heard Randy Quaid's a pretty cool guy.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's good.
Dennis Quaid, I heard Dennis Quaid was a fucking asshole.
Oh, boy. Never mind. I won't go into those stories.
And look, let me tell you something. And I can't go by this, but the person who told me I have no reason to doubt them. But this is I would say right now, no disrespect to Dennis Quaid. And if this is not true, I'm saying it right now. My respects and my apologies for even putting a rumor out there. Right. Now, if it is true, you're an asshole. Yeah. I heard that an extra on the set of The Alamo came up to Dennis Quaid and say, "Hi, how are you doing?" And Dennis Quaid didn't say shit, and then later went on and said, "I want that guy fired off the set."
No, that's true.
Have you heard this before?
I know that as a fact.
You do?
Yes.
No shit.
I won't tell you how I know that, but I do know that as a fact, and it sucked. It sucks hearing stories like that because you're like, come on, dude. I mean, be a fucking human being for at least 5 minutes, you know? I understand you've done a lot, Dennis Quaid, but hey, what the fuck have you been doing the last, 5 years? You know, somebody's giving you some work, and then you're going to act like a big shit.
And somebody remembers who you are.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody's walking up to you telling you, hey, I appreciate your work and what you do. And then you just... Yeah, all of a sudden, you're fucking big shit. Yeah. Get the fuck out of my face.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Hey, did you pay that guy's bills? That guy is working hard. He's trying to make a living. He's doing something he likes. And he's going to go up to you and just say, hey, how's it going? And then you're going to go behind his back, not even like a man, and tell him, hey, you know what? If you have a problem with people, if you have a problem with somebody, what I do, Corey, is I tell them, hey,
you know what?
I'm busy right now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Like anybody coming to you.
I can't deal with you right now. I'm a dick, all right? I'm a dick, and I'm here to let you know that, all right? Walk away from me right now.
Do yourself a favor.
I don't go behind somebody's back and say, hey, this guy right here who's enjoying what he's doing, he came up to me and gave me a compliment. I want that motherfucker off the set.
You know something? And to be honest, look, I'm not a badass. I'm not trying to say, I'm not one of these guys who knows tons of famous people or trying to tout who I know or anything like that. I'm not. But I do believe, I strongly believe that if you are somebody that's doing something and the public loves you, you should be appreciative.
You should.
And when Tommy Lee Jones, he came up to a friend of mine named Quita. No, she came up to him. And I understand sometimes, look, I don't know the mindset of somebody who's really famous, but she wanted an autograph. And he didn't stop to say anything. He just kept walking. Maybe he was with a woman or something, but I really wanted to go out in the parking lot. He was gone. Quita came up to me and said, "Yeah, he just kind of shoved me aside." I'm like, you know what, fuck him. I was going to the parking lot and be like, "Man, I heard that you can be a dick sometimes, but shit, come on, give somebody a reason. Just say, I gotta go. I gotta leave. If you don't want to be famous, no, be famous. If you're gonna be famous, know that people want to do that to you." And I've always wanted to do an interview with Dennis Quaid just to say, "Look, man, I heard this story about you. Is it true?" And I would get kicked out of that room because I would say, "You know what? That's a dick move, man." I won't even be mean about it. I'm not going to try and be like, "Hey, man, fuck you." I'll just be like, "Come on, man. Now, you know that wasn't right." I mean, I'm not the kind of person coming in and trying to ruffle feathers. Just be like, what do you think about that, man? Come on. That wasn't cool.
And the thing is, Corey, all right, I'll tell you what. The thing is, though, is that you got to think about these people who, I mean, okay, I'll tell you, I do not idolize people.
Yes.
I have heroes. But if I saw them in public, if I see them in public, I leave them alone half the time. I just don't, because you know what? I have this built-up idea in my head of how they are, who they are, and I am worried that, hey, what if this person is a dick? You know, it's going to ruin all this time I've spent on idolizing him. Why would I ever want to do that? You know, a lot of just people who go up to these actors just really don't think that. You know, they're in the moment, they get excited, and they go. And I always think how heartbreaking it is for somebody that you've idolized, you know, a good part of your life, you know, you've been entertained by. To have them go up, ask for an autograph, only to be told, hey, either to be ignored or be told, "I'm sorry, you need to leave me alone right now."
Yeah,
I mean that could be crushing for somebody. And
exactly
why do
right.
that?
Yeah.
Why? You're bothering me. 2 words. I mean, that's not. You are bothering me. That's
more than 2 words, my friend.
Damn this part.
I'm glad that motherboard, the computer circuits are kicking in.
Least, whoa.
A calculator you got in you.
No, you got it. I mean, that could do a lot of devastating, you know, effect. It can have devastating effect to these people, you know, because the whole life they've watched you, they watched your movies, they followed your career, only for you to go and say, "Hey, you know, I don't got time for you." That's a big punch in the face.
And it is. And I've always thought that Yeah. Man, I'm not even trying to say we're famous. I'm not trying to say we're big. No, we're not trying to say it. We're not believing.
Look around this, Corey.
Exactly. Look at this falling, this shambling studio we have. It's just the paint, falling off the walls and shit. Christmas lights lighting up the place. Yeah. If this is famous,
poor.
Exactly. I don't want to be broke. But man, for what little we have, when people come and try to talk to us, we try to interact. In fact, it's gone to a level where I think I'm going to get in trouble because I know I'm going to talk to the wrong person. They're going to take it the wrong way. But what am I going to do? It's my nature just not to be shitty to people. Yeah. Maybe that's because it's me, but I would never want to treat somebody like that. No. And I don't think people should either. No. And maybe coming back to Tommy Lee Jones, maybe it's my bias. Maybe I think he's going to go in the courtroom and just try to fuck things up. Yeah. Yo, I want my goddamn money.
Tell you, hey,
get the fuck out of
Corey,
here.
I will. Okay, let me just go on the record and just say, look, people who act like that, you can only act out for so long before it really seriously bites you in your ass. Karma is a bitch. It's real. Don't worry. It's real.
But it's common sense. You put bad shit out there, it comes back to you.
It's going to come back.
For example,
and it's going to bite you.
I hear you talking shit about somebody.
Ass.
Yeah, I'm talking shit about you now. Yeah. Putting negative shit out about you.
Exactly. I mean, and you know what? Yeah, and a little bit of that gets out, and yeah, it'll leave a bad taste in people's mouths. And when you do act like a dick, they're going to go, I knew it. You've always been a dick. Fuck you. You know what? I ain't watching your movies anymore. How about that?
Co-host, let me tell you something. I've done some foul shit in my life. I'm not
terrible person.
I am not a good person, but you know what?
You will learn.
One of these days I will learn. I'm not a good person, but you know what? One thing I've always done is, for face value, I'm always grateful, and I treat people with respect. And that's the only way I think I've gotten by in life.
Good, Corey.
Otherwise, I'd be dead by now. Somebody would have killed me.
Hey, dude, I'm a dick sometimes, but you know
you
what?
Dick all the time.
The fans, anybody commenting me, unless you are Silver Surfer or Kent, Silver Surfer, I like you, dude.
Kent, man, what are you talking about me? I'm gonna take 10 minutes to say what I got to say.
You're a nerd and you're a geek, all right? Just accept it.
Hey, look, here's Silver Surfer talking to Grant. Oh, man, why you doing?
Damn.
No, okay, we're just kidding. No. All right, so you know what? So
hey, treat people the way you want to be treated, for crying out loud. How many? What are we in school? What is it?
I know this all came out of Tommy Lee Jones suing No Country for Old Men. Now we get into be nice to people. So Tommy Lee Jones, you want your money? Be nice. Don't go in the courtroom screaming and hollering.
Unless somebody is either screwing your mother, then you have a reason to be a dick. All right?
Exactly. But nobody's doing that to you.
Nah.
Be nice.
I have no mother.
On your way to the courtroom, sign an autograph.
Sign a goddamn autograph every once in a while. No, I don't even sign autographs. You pay for that autograph. It's on eBay for a reason.
Can I have an autograph? How much money you got? $2.
Yeah.
Give me a Snickers bar. Hey, did somebody eating for that sandwich? Give me a bite. I'll give you an autograph.
Hey, people, just to let you know, guys know, people are crazy. Just because they're celebrities doesn't make them any better or any different than people you know in real life. People are people. They're dicks. They're idiots.
Yeah.
Hey, so take that for what it's worth. If you're lucky, you meet one of your heroes, and he's like, hey, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for appreciating what I do for you. Really be humble about that, and just always love that one experience. And please, whatever you do, don't go back trying to repeat that, because sometimes then you'll start getting on people's goddamn nerves.
And you know what? I'm not going to even talk about the stars. The fans, if they say leave me the fuck alone, leave them alone. Yeah. It might have been a dick thing, but leave them alone.
Yeah, just leave them alone.
You remember that time, what's his name? I don't know if you saw I don't know if you saw this, but that fucker, man, what's his name from The Sopranos?
The lead guy?
Yeah, what's his name? Fuck. There was I wish I could remember.
Tony
Soprano. Okay, let's just say Tony Soprano. Yeah. That guy, did you see the video where he choked somebody?
No.
There was a video where this guy, and the guy was annoying. I'm not going to just put it all on the stars. Yeah. This guy was following him. He's like, look, man, I'm tired. I just got off a plane. Hey, nice to see you, but thanks. And the guy's like, hey, man, hey, what's up? I want an autograph, man. And then Tony Soprano, whatever his name is, turned around and he choked that. He grabbed that motherfucker, man.
You should know better.
Exactly.
Because he is Tony Soprano for a reason.
Somebody
hired him because they saw the crazy in his ass. And
that
you
motherfucker,
as a fan should know better.
That was his audition. He went in and choked somebody in the audition. What would you say? I might not get the part. I'm talking to you.
Exactly.
And And you know something? And after he choked the guy, the guy was still, what now? You gonna whack me, man? You whack me? What happened, man? Look, he tried to whack me, and the guy was just like, and the guy who played Tony Soprano, goddamn, I know his name, but I can never remember.
Yeah.
He just said, "Fuck it, this kid is he's
crazy.
I can't get rid of him."
He's like crazy.
He's like, all right. He turned around, he just said, "You know what? I'm sorry,
dude.
I'm sorry." Okay,
you know what? The actors always say that. You know, okay. There's a video. If you go to YouTube. There's a video with Quentin Tarantino where there's some guys outside.
He said, "I'm not going to hit you." Because the guy was like, "Are you going to hit me?" And he's like, "No, I'm not going to hit you." Yeah, because all you're going to do is try and sue me.
Him on, yeah.
And he went down the street.
Yeah, he came at him like he was going to hit him, and then I guess these actors realized that, oh fuck, they got me on tape. They're seeing me act this way. People are going to watch this. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, all right?
And that's what that guy from The Sopranos did. He said,
happens,
you know what? He said, hey, all right, look, let's take a picture, sign your autograph. There was even another guy outside, and he could tell you, he was like, fuck, man, I'm trying to get home. And if I turn around and hit one of these motherfuckers, it's not going to be good. So he just took a picture with another guy, and he got in his limo and just a car, whatever, and a cab, and just left.
See, now, in those situations, that's where if an actor decides to punch somebody out, I can't blame him.
I can't either. Yeah.
I can't blame him. But that's a whole nother situation. That's not somebody.
That's the difference between being a dick and somebody and the fan being a dick.
Exactly. That's somebody with a camera wanting that shit to happen, and those dumbass celebrities give them the opportunity to do that. You know, and then it ends up on DVD selling tons of money. Who knows? On YouTube.
Oh, it's on YouTube. Getting tons of hits
tons of hits.
Hits. And what do the fans do? They're like, hey, look, I'm famous because Tony Soprano hit me.
He tried to whack me.
Yeah,
he just like in the TV show.
He is Tony Soprano. He tried to stab me. You know,
shit,
get the
dumbass.
fuck out of here. Yeah. Shit, now those are the kind of guys I say, yeah, go ahead and slap the shit out those motherfuckers,
them,
man.
Do what you want.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, so speaking of bad blood between people, I know this is going to be a relief for you to know this. Because I know you've been thinking about this. But I want you to know, co-host.
I've been thinking about a lot, Corey.
Everything is cool between Spike Lee and Clint Eastwood.
Ooh.
Okay?
I was getting worried, dude. I thought that whole East Coast, West Coast, I thought that whole battle was going to start up again. I was scared, Corey.
No, you are okay, man.
Keep the peace.
Yeah. Boy, I was worried about this. It was like the next presidential elections, depending on whether Spike Lee got along with Clint Eastwood,
man.
I was
scared. I thought it was going to be the next Biggie Smalls and
who? And Suge Knight or whatever, whoever.
Biggie Smalls and goddamn.
Tupac.
Tupac.
Yeah, Biggie Smalls and Tupac.
Tupac.
That was the dumbest thing I'm a rap fanatic, man, but that was the dumbest thing. Yeah.
Next year,
and they did.
Oh my god.
But no, man. Look, I'm just saying this because people probably don't even know. Like, what the fuck? What Clint Eastwood and Spike Lee were fussing? Well, a while back, Clint Eastwood he released Flags of Our Fathers. He had Flags of Our Fathers and the Iwo Jima movie. I'm sorry, I'm sorry I don't remember the name of the Iwo Jima movie because that was one of my favorite movies that year, and it was better than Flags of Our Fathers. It was a great film,
and both films dealt with the perspectives from each side.
I think it was Flags of Iwo Jima, something like that, or Shadow Iwo Jima, something like that. But it was
look it up.
I'll look it up. But it was computer. Yeah, what I'm talking about? I'm here with a machine, and you just lazy son of a bitch.
I'm lazy. Yeah, but eventually Spike Lee was talking shit because in Clint Eastwood, his film, there were no black soldiers.
He said in Flags of Our Fathers, which was the American counterpart to it was Letters from Iwo Jima.
Letters from Iwo Jima.
And that was the Flags of Our Fathers was the American counterpart to Letters from Iwo Jima. I'm not like an Asian person. Letters
You're not Asian.
Iwo Jima. No, but he so a lot of people speculated that maybe because in Flags of Our Fathers there were no black people.
Yeah.
And Spike Lee got upset saying, well, black people played a big part of World War II. It's overlooked. And look, honestly, as much as I bring up race on these issues, Clint Eastwood was telling a specific story.
He was.
And it did not involve black people. What am I supposed to do? Get upset because he's going to crowbar black people into that role? If you want to seem phony, If you want to seem fake, go ahead and put black people in a role that doesn't need to be there.
Exactly.
And I will call it when it needs to be called.
And it happens, and when it happens, you notice.
And you notice it. Yeah. Now,
and it doesn't do anything to help the film.
Exactly. It doesn't help the cause of black people. It doesn't help the film. And so I always thought like, well, you know what? Spike Lee is starting this because he has his own World War II movie coming out.
Right. That's true.
Which is
which, you know what, at the time I didn't even know.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
And then when I found out, I was like, yeah.
But Letters. It was the movie that Spike Lee has coming out. It's called Miracle at St. Anna,
and it looks great.
And it looks awesome.
I'm looking forward to that. I won't lie.
Don't go out and attack Clint Eastwood to gain some sort of notoriety.
Leave Dirty Harry alone.
Exactly.
That guy leaves everyone alone. Give him the courtesy of leaving that motherfucker alone, please.
Not to mention, as old as Clint Eastwood now is now, I think he could beat the shit out of Spike Lee.
Oh yeah, dude, I would not.
Spike Lee and a big person.
My money is on Clint.
Exactly.
Dirty Harry.
I think he'll just talk about fucking Sopranos. I think Clint Eastwood would grab him by his throat and say, "Get out of my face!" And Clint,
either him or that orangutan he used to hang out with is gonna beat Spike Lee's ass.
Any which way but loose.
Anyway, you watch out for Clyde. Clyde
the orangutan from Any Which Way But Loose.
Clyde will be on the.
That monkey's still alive.
He will pull a Charlie Bronson on Spike Lee's ass, dude. I'm telling you, boy. Do not mess with him.
But man, let me tell you something. Yeah, I really do think that was a ploy on Spike Lee's part.
And it felt like it. You know, everyone was talking about it, and
it's like,
it was all over the internet. And you're like, all right. And then when you find out he's coming out with a movie, you're like, dude,
you coming out with your own World War II movie?
Yeah,
I mean,
you're Spike Lee, man. We've heard these damn stories enough. Why do you keep doing this? I'm sure one of his friends. Of course, okay. Well, we'll get to the point. He apologized, right?
Yeah.
Now did he? Because you just told me this. Did he have any reason why he apologized?
He just said everything is cool. There's no. He said he has.
All he said.
He said he has his beliefs and I have my beliefs. He's like, but we're fine. Now you know that somewhere Clint Eastwood sitting down like, you goddamn right, we're fine. You fucking punk.
Let me tell you something. I know where you live. I know your friends. You have a family, right? It'd be a real shame if something were to happen to that.
he probably said a letter to Spike Lee. You better sit your black ass down. Spike Lee like, shit, okay. He has a picture of Spike Lee's door where he lives in a letter. He's like, fuck, okay. Hey, we're cool. Shit, we're all right. But
I know people.
But to show you that we're fair, I mean, the Spike Lee movie looks incredible.
No, it does look incredible.
And Spike Lee doing a World War II movie, I'm really eager to see what that's going to be like.
I'm looking forward.
I read a review of it, like a quick review that he showed maybe at Cannes. They said it's kind of schmaltzy, but they said it does deal with some cool issues, and he said that it is a good movie.
It doesn't seem like the typical war movie involving just a black troop of soldiers. I mean, there's something more. Yeah. It seemed definitely there's something more to the story than just, hey, these were black soldiers fighting in the war that nobody recognized.
And that's the way you do it. Yeah. Spike Lee said it was a miracle that this movie got made. Look it up, people. Miracle at St. Anna. He said there's a lot of blood in this movie because it's a war film. Yeah. And he said, but it also deals with issues. And this is where I give Spike Lee credit. Look, this whole thing with Clint Eastwood, I'm like, fuck that. Why you got to start shit with Clint Eastwood? Clint Eastwood ain't done shit to nobody.
You're creating bad press. I mean, it's bad. Yeah, it's going to get you some attention for a little while.
But how much attention do you want?
But you're having people choose sides, and is that what you really want? I mean,
yeah, sit your ass down. Shit.
Just make the goddamn movie. Yeah. Let it come out. Let the goddamn
fucking with people.
Well, these directors let their goddamn films speak for themselves. For crying out loud.
Starting shit with people.
Jesus, be your grown ass man.
But I would tell you something though that Spike Lee does have a point. I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie to you because this is an important issue to me. One of the things that we've overlooked so much in World War II movies is that it was a hypocritical war on our side. I mean, we were sitting here
as far as the black side.
The black side, we're sitting here fighting the Nazis when black soldiers don't have rights here in America. They even have a scene in the movie where they said, now I don't know how true this is. I would like to know, but they said there's a scene where you actually have Nazis eating in Sundays in a bar where the blacks are told to go around and come in through the back. And I thought that was always an issue with that war. My dad was in World War II, and he was telling me shit like that. And he was like, look, It's like, look, back in my day, you know how good, you know how dads are. Yeah. Boy, you don't know how good you got it.
You was lucky son
people,
of a bitch.
Let me tell you something. I'm an accident. My dad is extremely old, very old, and he had me very late in life when I probably shouldn't have been born. Damn. I'm lucky I wasn't an abortion, to be honest.
I was like, I always wondered what that hanger is sticking out of the back of his head for.
That's that hole is from where they tried to attempt it. You know what I mean?
That J.C. Penney's paper sticking out in the back of your head with a piece of coat hanger. That's the failed abortion there. I came anyway. I came strong.
But no, my dad was in World War II. I'm not going to even lie to you people. My dad was extremely low. My dad was like in his 50s or something when he had me. I mean, but he was in World War II. And plus my dad enlisted when he was like 14, 15. Wow. Back then you could do that. I mean, they were in the middle of a war.
People had reasons. Yeah,
and for black soldiers, they didn't look up their records too much. They said, "Come on and fight." Mm-hmm. And you tell me shit like, "Yeah, hey, you know what? You lucky boy. You lucky boy. You know, dad's like, boy, you lucky. Boy, you lucky. You had to go through what I went through. I fought a war. I still didn't get to be treated right.
Roads made out of glass. You got roads made out of pavement and rocks.
That whole shit about I went to school every day with no shoes on in the snow. I believe that was true in his day.
I ate shit and I liked it.
Exactly. I put shit on shit and pretended like it was cereal.
That's peanut butter back
You got then. Frosted Flakes. I had frosted shit. What you talking about, boy?
She had shit milkshakes. I loved it.
I had milkshake. That brown in your milkshake, that's chocolate. It was shit in my milkshake. What you talking about, boy?
Jesus Christ.
No, but he told me, he was like, yeah, look, back in our day, you don't hear about this. You see all these World War II movies, you see historical figures. Like, we fought a war, I got shot at, I put my life on the line, and I came back and I wasn't allowed to do certain things. Because my dad's from Alabama. And he said I wasn't allowed to do things that other people were allowed to do. I had to eat in the back of things. I was told not to go somewhere, couldn't drink it in the same faucets, all that kind of stuff. So I'm thinking, of course, I'm like, look. Yeah, this is a side of the American involvement in World War II that should be told.
And you know what's sad, Corey?
What?
The sad fact is that, okay, you've seen Michael Bay's Pearl Harbor.
I got that movie because it looks good. I got that movie because it looks cool, but god damn, that is not a good movie. Dude.
Well, Cuba Gooding Jr., the actor who's
his
playing
5 minutes in the movie, whatever.
His 5 minutes in the movie, that was based on a real person. Who actually,
Doris Miller.
Doris Miller, yes.
Yeah.
And he got on that gun turret and he did his best to fight off the enemy, the Japanese. And the sad fact is that, of course, it's a Hollywood movie, whatever it is. But that was the only part I gave a shit about in Pearl Harbor was that guy because I knew it was a real guy. I knew the things that he had to face. He was still facing discrimination, even though he was fighting for his country, and it felt very sad. And an unsung hero was finally getting his due. Yeah, in a goddamn Michael Bay movie. And
in a Michael Bay movie,
and it turns into goddamn Star Wars. The planes are doing things that like what?
Yeah,
aeroplanes can do
those
that.
Airplanes like X-wing fighters and shit. Like god damn
it. But it's the sad fact that I almost wish if they were to do another World War II movie, I'd still like to see a better representation of that charher when he went through.
There's a lot of World War II movies.
I definitely think. I know the guy was a hero, but he didn't get once again, don't quote me on this, but. The guy once he passed away, he didn't get the respectful burial that he deserved.
Where I'm from, we in Waco we have a center, like a recreation center called the Doris Miller Center because I think Doris Miller is from Waco.
Oh, really?
And Doris Miller, for people who don't know, Doris Miller is a soldier from World War II when one of the carriers was being attacked. Now, like you said, don't quote me on this because I'm thinking it's been a long time since I've been brushed up on this history. Yeah. But when one of the carriers was being attacked, he actually took down some enemy Japanese planes by getting on a turret where a man was down. Because Doris Miller was a cook. He
was a cook. He was a cook. And the thing is, I think his dream was to. Just to refresh you. Okay, when I heard this story, I found it fascinating. But when I saw the movie, I snuck in, and I snuck in right when the Japanese.
How'd you sneak? Who put you in that coat?
I won't tell you. Anyway, that was the only part I saw, but it was the most fascinating part of the movie. I thought, as far as his character, but at the same time, I was disappointed because. It was like an afterthought, his character in that movie.
It was. He got 5 minutes in that movie.
And
that's a character that deserves
that
own movie.
That could have been his own goddamn movie. Yes, you're right. But go on with
that's all I had to say, man. It's like he's a cook. He gunned down some enemy planes, some Japanese planes,
a true unsung hero.
And what you get, he gets a fucking recreation center in Waco, Texas.
Here's his hero. His name is Cafeteria.
You go. Yeah. You can play basketball in your center right here.
Too bad, man.
But this is why I really like seeing this new age, because even Spike Lee has come out. The guy who everybody thinks is like, oh, he thinks that race is not anything. He makes too much of a big deal about it. Yeah. He says, look, Obama's running right now. Race has really come along a long ways in the last few years. He's like, if you look at just over the past 10 years, he said it's come a long way. America's more tolerant, and we should just keep along that path.
We want change.
Yes, change is coming.
Even though change won't matter once the machines take over, Corey. We'll let all you humans have your day.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to know my time is limited. I appreciate life that much more. Every minute is precious, co-host, knowing that one day you will conquer me and make me your slave.
Because you know what? Robots don't see color, Corey.
Oh, you see color.
Well, we do sometimes.
It's all infragreen, so it's all like night vision green. So anyway, so I'm really looking forward to fuck this thing about him and Clint Eastwood. That was bullshit from the beginning. But I am looking forward to this movie. Yeah. So and I don't think you need to ever start shit with Spike Lee to push that movie, because I think the movie's going to speak for itself.
That's right.
All right. So
we'll all be celebrating with a big old bucket of chicken.
There you go. Yeah. All right. So anyway, let's go ahead and move on to some email.
Email time.
Okay, let's see. I got some good email here.
Better be, Corey. Okay. Don't waste my time.
I got a good email here from Ito.
Ito?
Judge
Ito?
Ito, yeah. It might be Judge Ito.
I hope so.
Dear real deal, I have a question.
In case any of us get in trouble, especially me, looking at them.
Exactly, looking at those underage pictures online
of
High School Musical.
They're not underage. She's 18.
I hope so, for my sake.
The internet don't lie, Corey.
Right, okay. I hope not. For my sake, too, because I'm going to look those pictures up.
I'll show you. You'll be just,
All right. So, Ito says, last summer was the summer of sequels. This summer was the summer of, and when he says last summer, I'm like, we're in fall right now. He's talking about 2007. 2007, 2008. 2007 was the summer of sequels. Mm-hmm. 2008 is the summer of superhero movies.
We're not in fall yet. Are we?
Yeah, we're officially Oscar season now, I think. Yeah.
Well,
as far as movies go.
Movies, okay.
Yeah. Not months. Not actually the seasons.
No, okay.
But movie season, we're entering.
What the hell is Hollywood doing? They're trying to change the seasons.
Yeah, they're trying to change the
seasons. They think they got that much power.
Like Hollywood's telling Mother Nature what to do now.
Exactly.
And we'll give $1 million if you change fall just a little bit earlier.
Wait, it's August.
Yeah, exactly. No, we're in September.
So, no, it is September. I'm sorry.
Look at you. You're wrong.
Damn these sparks.
Sparks got you making sparks. So this is the summer of the superhero. But what is next summer going to be? And that is 2009.
Summer of shit.
Actually, you know what? It's good.
You know what? Yeah.
You know what? You're kind of right. I mean, there are some shitty movies coming out. Yeah. But I can tell you this much. A lot of people have wondered, okay, with so many superhero movies coming out, everybody takes everything for face value. What's happening now? So they're thinking superhero movies were big. How long is it going to keep up? Next summer, we're going to have more superhero movies. Well, you might be surprised. I went back and did a little bit of research here.
Oh no!
Oh yes, I looked up some research. Okay, let's look at some movies that are coming out.
Let's do it.
In 2009 for the summer.
2009 summer. All right.
Not the.
I'm paying attention.
Okay, not the winter. Okay, so we have a lot of sequels. We have Terminator Salvation, Angels and Demons. I'm assuming that's a sequel to.
It is.
Okay, you know which movie I'm talking about. What was it called?
The Da Vinci Code.
Da Vinci Code. Yeah, Angels and Demons.
Night at the Prequel, actually, Corey.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay, but came out which is a sequel in its own way.
Yeah.
It's in a series.
Whatever you say.
We have Night at the Museum, Battle at the Smithsonian, which is, of course, a sequel to Night at the Museum.
Wow.
And then we have Fast and Furious, which is a sequel to These Fast and the Furious.
Tokyo Drift.
Well, I guess it's the fourth in the series.
It's the fourth, yeah. It's after Tokyo Drift.
We have Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen, Ice Age 3, Dawn of the Dinosaurs, Harry Potter, the big one, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince.
The one everyone's waiting for,
yeah, Corey. That was supposed to actually be released in the spring, but
I know.
Or maybe it was even in the fall, but they
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, they pushed it.
November, I think?
Probably November, but they pushed it to the summer.
Right.
And then we have Final Destination 4.
That's the one I'm waiting for, Corey.
There you go.
That's the big money maker right there,
you know what?
brother.
I've never seen one Final Destination movie, and I want to see them.
What?
Not one.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I haven't seen one.
Okay, dude. Number 2 is the best.
Really?
2 is by far the best. Yeah, 2 won me over. I saw 1, I was like, nah. 2, goddamn, that movie kicks ass.
Really?
I don't care. That movie has the best opening scene of any horror film.
Isn't that one?
Well, I won't go that far.
It has like there's a car wreck involved.
There's a huge,
and it's just a chain reaction.
That shit will happen. Yeah.
Well, here's the man.
It's on a wet road. All kinds. You see a dumbass hauling ass on a motorcycle in front of an 18-wheeler. You're like, oh no.
Oh yeah, it's on now.
When the shit hits the fan, oh boy, does it hit the goddamn fan.
Well, man, let me tell you something. Every time there's been a Final Destination movie, I've been somewhere else. There's been another screening.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm thinking if I see a Final Destination movie, I'm going to die.
Dude.
So I'm kind of scared to watch them.
You should though. Part 2 though. Part 2 is a
good.
blast.
Okay.
Great,
so
yeah.
those are the sequels we have coming out in 2009. Mm-hmm. Now there's also properties, movies that have been taken from existing books, which Harry Potter was a part of.
Yeah.
But I'd put it in there as sequels. But
yeah.
there's also stuff that's been taken from pre-existing things such as books and whatever, and
video games.
Yeah, and our TV shows.
TV shows. Yeah.
And so we have Star Trek, the one with J.J. Abrams.
That's right.
We have the A-Team coming to the big screen.
Yeah, you know what? I haven't heard. I did like a few blogs about that, but I haven't heard
anything
either.
Yeah, give it time. There's still plenty of time for that to come up. We have the Hannah Montana movie. Something I know you're looking forward to. You're going to watch that.
No.
You're going to watch High School Musical 2 and then go see Hannah Montana.
Hey, that's different.
Again, a property is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince and G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra.
G.I. Joe.
Cobra! You know you want to see my movie.
I know.
So those are the properties that we have. Now we have remakes also. And in the remakes we have Piranha 3D, which is based on Piranha.
I'm down for seeing that.
I think that'd be kind of cool
down.
in 3D. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're going to do a remake, do it like that.
Exactly.
One of my favorite movies is being remade to the point where I'm scared and I'm kind of upset.
What is it?
The Taking of the Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
They're doing a remake of that.
Oh, okay, kids. I know you guys love recommending movies.
Yes.
See that movie, The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, that movie. Okay, now there are no big time stars. You're not going.
Well, hold on. Let me this last one.
Oh,
Land of the Lost, which is Sid and Marty Krofft TV show. We named that last week.
You guys talked about that.
So, as far as comic book movies go, as far as I can see right now, only one.
What?
X-Men Origins Wolverine.
No.
So, yeah, don't think that this comic book thing is a big trend because we're not having any comic book movies coming out.
Well, until 2010, which
that's the thing.
That's the year.
Keep in mind that after something is successful, it takes a couple of years to make a film.
Oh yeah,
and to actually fall into a good release date. Mm-hmm. So that's why you're not seeing comic book movies right now because we're going through a break. They're making the new ones right now.
They're making all the shit right now.
Now in 2010, expect that to probably be the big comic book movie summer,
and that's going to be all on Marvel's hands too.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see because all those properties are supposedly supposed to lead to
Captain America,
the Avengers. Yeah.
And they're talking about probably starting on the Thor movie and
Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2 is going to be in there.
Finally
got that straight.
Hired the director, to do
Jon Favreau.
One. Yeah. I don't know what the hell they're waiting for.
I mean, I don't know how much like the whole thing with the Avengers stuff. I don't know if they're really going to be able to realistically.
I won't even touch
Captain
that.
America.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I don't want any more blogs created from Silver Surfer telling that we don't know what the fuck we're talking about as far as this shit not working.
Exactly.
We'll just let the chips fall where they may.
People, let me tell you something. This whole thing with we call it Captain America, Ant-Man, Thor, another Hulk movie. Don't count on those.
Yeah.
I mean, Marvel's saying that they're going to happen. They're going to try to have an Avengers movie by 2011. But I'm one of those people who says, see it when you believe it.
Exactly.
They're talking big right now. But realistically, as long as it takes to get money.
They're wondering how much true hype there is out there for it.
Exactly. And let's face it.
What they're measuring it on.
The Hulk movie, as much as I wanted it to succeed, and it was a better movie than the Ang Lee movie, didn't do as well as the Ang Lee movie.
No, it didn't. No.
And you know why? The reason why is because I'm not saying he shouldn't have gone on and made it, but it was too soon, and they released it when the movie already kind of had a cloud over its head.
Yeah.
And they released it with unfinished special effects. So people would.
Yeah.
I mean, remember the trailer?
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden, like 2 weeks before the movie's supposed to come out, all of a sudden, we get a Hulk with a shirt on. We didn't see that before. Like, true. Hey man, you gotta leave some mystery to the audience. You can't put too much out there. Don't rush that shit. So that whole thing with comic book movies, next year is not going to be it. 2009 is not going to be it.
And Wolverine, even though the trailer looks great, I mean, the trailer actually looks
They got
good.
some problems with that.
It's a trailer, and God knows.
And being that it's Fox, and now look, I'm not talking shit about Fox just because it's Fox, but they said already the studio heads are coming down and trying to make it more mainstream or something.
There's a story where the Fox had their guys go and repaint a set, and the director came in and was like, "What the fuck? Why is this? Who repainted the set?
Yeah,
why doesn't it look rustic like the way I wanted to?" And obviously somebody was like, "No, we don't like this look of the film. We don't." So
people, if that's true, Fox is fucking up another one. If it's true,
but there are two other stories with two other films. Well, Babylon AD was a perfect example of Fox's.
They came in
Fox's
and said,
people are going, "Hey, we're taking over this film. We're re-editing it. We're taking out a few minutes out of the movie." So I don't know what's going on, but
I don't have any personal vendetta against Fox, but
no, I don't give a I don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not paying anything they do isn't going to change. What
we do,
what we do in the morning, and but you know what? Hey, the people are going to notice. I'm sure a good majority of the public have no clue that Fox, the streak that Fox is on as far as messing with their properties. But at the same time, a bad movie is still a bad movie.
Yeah.
And the public
especially when you have the potential for a good movie.
Exactly. So the only person I feel for is Hugh Jackman, because I know Hugh Jackman
and the director. The director's like, come on, man.
The director wants.
I'm trying to make the best movie that I can. You're fucking up my film.
It looks like they're actually giving a shit, and they want to put out a good movie. And you got the studio, the people who you're hoping. You always hope a studio or anybody is on your same page, wanting to do something for the public to give them what they want. Because they're the ones who are going to tell their friends, "Hey, you got to go see that goddamn movie," and that's what makes money.
Yeah.
And then you have somebody doing. Obviously, the studio's acting like they never made a film before. I
don't get it either.
But I ain't going to get into that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But what you were saying about the taking of the Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Yes,
people. That is one of my favorite movies. Rent that movie. Yes. It is. Look, all these. What I don't like about Hollywood these days is that they do not. We were just talking about Nicolas Cage being 44.
Yeah.
I can kind of understand the desperation. And look, I don't know Nicolas Cage personally. I don't know if he actually took Bangkok Dangerous out of desperation. But I do feel for older actors, because we're in a business now where people don't trust older actors.
No, they don't.
The Taking of the Pelham 1, 2, 3, not a fucking young actor in that movie.
No.
Walter Matthau was the big guy in that movie. And I can't remember the villain, but the villain in that movie was the guy from Jaws. He played Quint from Jaws.
Yeah.
And he was the villain in that movie. Now, the Taking of the Pelham 1, 2, 3, I'll guarantee you, people, this is a movie made back in the 70s. It rivals any. Listen to me. Any fucking action film that we have today, with all our big special effects, our big quick cut editing and all that. This movie rivals that shit.
It does.
And it's a great story. It's based on a book, but it's a great story.
But you know what, Corey? I will say that I definitely think, as far as when we talk about The Dark Knight, as far as people appreciating a movie like The Dark Knight, Christopher Nolan, I am almost positive that he takes a page from these older films that know how to do these crime dramas. If you watch Dark Knight, it's a majority of it is all character. It's all character development, and the same thing with the Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry,
Taking of the Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Yes, the sparks.
Taking of the sparks. That fucking juice is getting to you, man.
I know. I need to stop.
Can you feel that shit, man?
Yes,
it's like,
I can.
wow. I'm like, damn.
I know. This is like
you know what, Robert Downey Jr.
Terror.
Don't do cocaine anymore. Go to 7-Eleven and get Sparks. Go to the convenience store and get Sparks. It's the same fucking thing, man.
And I have to correct myself. I think I was when we were talking about this. I think I said Richard. I think I was about to say Richard Matheson.
Well, I stopped right.
That's right. Yeah, you thank God, because that's terrible.
Richard Matheson. That's the guy
the guy who wrote I
Am Legend. Yeah. But no,
he's not.
But Walter Matthau,
Walter Matthau. That's who I was meaning to say. But no, Walter Matthau. Those actors in that film. I mean, it's. I'm always hoping that the kids these days can look back at these older films, especially if you're into crime type dramas, to look back at these older films and to see the character development, to see how much the devotion of these actors take into these roles, and I really appreciate that at some point, back in the 70s, or they never depended on young actors, big special effect trailers, like we do today, to sell a movie. Where this movie kind of came out, and it put a staple as far as the directors that I think directors like Christopher Nolan that can appreciate that type of work, just because they're telling a real story, they're dealing with real characters, and they're dealing with the emotions that these characters go through in a situation that like they presented in that film.
No, you're right, man.
And you get really wrapped up in it. You are like hanging on the edge of your seat, wondering how the outcome is going to be. I mean, it's just really well put together crime drama.
And people,
those are great films. Yeah.
Co-host, you made a very good point. I mean, excellent point.
Thank you, sir.
I'll give you shit sometime, but that was.
I thank the Sparks for that.
If you look at, it wasn't you. It was the Sparks speaker.
They better pay our ass.
They better give us
for promoting this bullshit, this poison.
Well, it made you talk sense, but no, look. Seriously, and this doesn't just go to kids. This goes to anybody.
Yes.
Listen. If you look at The Dark Knight, the reason why that movie works, if you notice, look at Batman Begins, and then go back and look at The Dark Knight Returns. If you notice, they scale back. They didn't just they went up in certain things, but they scaled back as far as. Do you remember the look of the city?
Yeah,
that was Tim Burton shit in Batman. What is
Batman,
it?
The first
Batman Begins. Yeah. It was all elaborate, big. Now, if you notice in The Dark Knight, they took all that shit out.
Okay. Now I will say this: I just saw Batman Begins, and there's a little bit. I think the Narrows, which was the city.
It's the Narrows. It's the slums where Gordon was living.
Yeah, and where that's the majority of the movie takes place there. But yeah, when you see The Dark Knight, they're like, I love the film, so I do my research on it. And they said, hey,
pardon me.
And they say, hey, look, you know what? This is definitely set in the real world. This is what we want. Why not just put it in the real world instead of trying to create sets that look like they're in the real world? There are already sets out there. Let's recreate. And you're right. And the thing is, it feels very real. It feels very like, hey, I've been here. I've seen this. And I don't know what it is it does to your brain that you just register it in as like,
notice, this should be a lesson to people. Yeah. The Taking of the Pelham 1, 2, 3, it doesn't work because it has the hottest young actor in there.
No,
it doesn't work because they got big special effects.
Yeah.
That movie is very real world, and people really rent this movie. We're telling you, this is a great action movie.
It is character driven.
Yeah.
Even the extras are people that
and they seem real
on the subway. Yeah, they are very real.
Look for the black dude that's like when they're walking down, the people that they're escorting out the subway. There's one guy. I'm gonna sue him. I'm gonna sue the ass off of him. And I was like, you remember that scene? I'm like, that guy was real.
Yeah, I mean, and you know what? It's
but
funny,
see, that's because the movie has a lot of humor into it too. Because these people seem real,
and a lot of the actors that you can just say, oh, those are extras. Those extras really acted their asses off.
Exactly.
I mean, they sold it. I mean, there's a lot of these movies where you see extras where it's like, wow, they're really like overacting, or they're playing their part as a subway passenger.
But the guy that was like, he was the guy that, I don't want to ruin anything, but you mean the guy that's confronting the bad guys? He's walking down. He's just badass. He's like,
oh yeah,
hey you, you're going to listen to what he's walking down the subway. He's going to get fucked up. But I don't even think that guy was an actor.
Oh no!
And that guy
and that's the funny thing. A lot of the times, especially back in the 70s, the late 70s, a lot of these actors, they weren't actors. They were people that either the director or somebody just saw off the street and said, "Hey, you got to look."
Yeah.
Have you ever acted before? No. All right. Well, you know what? We have a director that'll help you with that.
Yeah. Come on in. We need your realism.
And they made those guys. Okay.
And that's the sign of a great director who can bring in a person and say, "You're real. I need your realism in this movie."
Perfect example. It's kind of a crazy example too. The Exorcist. Okay, at the end of The Exorcist, when the guy jumps out the window and there's a priest hanging over him, giving him his last rites. That was a real priest. But the director went crazy. The director was like, "All right, you need to give the last rites. You're shaking. You're tired. You're scared. I need you to show this on the screen. Mm-hmm. And the guy wasn't doing it right. So what did the director do? I think he slapped the guy in the face. Really emote him, have him emote.
Hey man, that's what real directors did.
Exactly.
You know, like
they slapped that priest like a bitch.
Man,
it's like, you going to act. I got this camera, and you ain't gonna fuck up my
job is on the line. Man, that's how directors did it back then. None of this shit where they coming in scared to. They got a coddle to the actors. Yeah. You know what? Fucking Martin Scorsese.
Yep.
He told Joe Pesci. He's like, no, he told Robert De Niro. He's like, man, Joe Pesci in Raging Bull.
Yeah.
He told Joe Pesci, he's like, man, that line that you're giving him, where you're saying, I forgot what happens. He tells Joe Pesci something, and Joe Pesci is supposed to respond with, "What?"
Oh, it's the scene where he tells him, "Hey, are you fucking my wife?"
That's it. I'm fucking. Yeah. You fucking my wife. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
And he's like, and Joe Pesci wasn't giving him what he wanted, and he's like, I don't know what to do with this guy.
Yeah.
And you know what, Robert De Niro said, hey man, you know what, leave it up to me. I'll get this. And so he's like, and so I think he said something. Now this isn't the exact quote, but he said, I think he asked Joe Pesci. He said when they were supposed to film, he's like, to get the reaction out of him, he said, so do you fuck your mother? And Joe Pesci was like, what? And he's like, perfect. You know what I mean? Directors, that's how they get shot done.
Back then. There wasn't this playing nice, bullshit. And going, hey, here's a star. I'm a slave to him or whatever he turns my film into. Yeah.
Man. See, and that's when you can see that in Taking of the Pelham 1, 2, 3. Which is why I'm looking at this movie and I'm like, oh fuck, man, this is not going to be the same film. No matter what they do, it's not going to be the same film. And
even if it is great, it's going to be. Let's just say it's great.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a different kind of great. It's not going to be the same.
And people, let me tell you something. It says something that. Right now, we're in a business where directors are thinking a certain way. Look, we're not directors. We're not doing shit. Okay, we're not in the Hollywood system, but let me tell you something. A lot of these directors are thinking the bigger budget, the more spectacle, the better. Or the more CG, the better. Or we need these actors in here who have a big show on the CW or something like that. And if you look at something like the Take 'Em to Pelham 1, 2, 3, we can do that same shit today if we're in that frame of mind. And looking at the Dark Knight, you're looking at they scale back on that whole fantasy cityscape, and you don't need that.
No, you don't.
Do you know why the Dark Knight worked? Because character.
The characters are fascinating enough. There is a reason why they've lasted this long.
Yeah,
and somebody recognized that and took that to the point where they're like, you know what? I want to know why these characters work. I want to know what makes them tick. I want to know what's the appeal of them.
Yeah.
And somebody got it right. Somebody
put
it
matter
on
of
screen
fact,
and it worked.
Yeah. I would challenge you. Now, you're not going to find a direct comparison between the two, but I challenge you to go and look at the Taking of the Pelham 1, 2, 3, and then look at something like The Dark Knight. And don't just they're going to be two different movies because they're made at two different times.
It's two different times, yeah.
But go in and look at some of the character development in that movie. Look at the story development, and even look at some of the settings. And I guarantee you, there are certain times when The Dark Knight feels like a 70s movie.
It does, and I think that's why it's resonated so well.
Yeah,
because you think about the movie going public. I guarantee you, I know a lot of the older generation that. I'm like, wow, that was a great movie.
Co-host, I don't know how long we were going, but the computer just stopped. You stopped recording.
Going on for 18 hours. God,
it's a marathon. So I don't know where it ended, but I'll fix it. But anyway, we're kicking back in. We're near the end of the show, near the last part of it. Whoa. We went through a whole last email when I looked up and realized, shit, we weren't recording. So I'm gonna I have to go back and read this again.
Okay.
But here's our last email for the show.
Read it, Corey.
Okay. And this comes from Kessler. Now, as I explained before, just work with me here because I already said it, but let's just pretend like it didn't happen. So, Kessler, he starts by saying, oh, hey, man, I know you're well, no, not that. God damn it. Where is this shit? We've been drinking all night, so now
we've moved on from Sparks to wine.
To what? Like, we just can't leave it alone. It's like Sparks should be enough. We should just stop at this point. But
after this, it'll be rubbing alcohol. Kids, do not drink until you're old enough to do so.
It's like we'll be drinking the vanilla extract from the cabinet back here. So let's see what we got here. It's from a guy who says, "Oh, warning, my English suck." So
yeah, it'd be sucky.
Yeah, his English be sucky.
Our English be sucky too.
Yeah, exactly. We be sit up here trying to talk. We be like, I'll be talking about the Batman.
I ain't, I sees.
I tells you about Irons Man. But no, so okay, we got that. It's okay. I think I would take for granted that he's from another country. So,
thank God. Hey, thank God.
Exactly, because
out of towners.
Because when he wrote this email, I'd be like, God damn, the educational system here is fucked up if he's talking like this. But
where's he from?
This is Kessler, and I don't know where he's from. Let me read the email. Kessler says, I won a couple awards in my country. Anyway, a couple of days ago, I got an email from an independent producer in Los Angeles. Now, what he wanted an award for was for a script he wrote.
Wow.
He explains that earlier in the email, the part that we need to read. And he says, this guy is in Los Angeles. And he said that he wants me to write a story for him. He saw my stories in a web. I'm assuming that he means on the internet.
On the internet, yeah.
And asked me if the stories that I have are copyrighted. I think he's trying to steal my stories, but I'm not sure. Uh-oh. What should I do, man? You know about films and all that you can help me. Please. Now, that's his language.
Please.
And let's see what he says. He says, what should I do? Thanks for your time, Corey. Bye. Greetings from Guatemala. And that's from Kessler. So he's from Guatemala. Oh, shit. That's what Batman's going to rule.
Batman's going on Guatemala soon, so you won't be owning shit.
Yeah, you ain't got to worry about anything.
All right. I'll tell this guy, hey, tell that guy all my shit is copyrighted. Tell him I got copyright stamped on the goddamn script, all right? Copyright. I own it all.
Yeah. In fact, tell him that Batman will come after you if you try to fuck with my shit. No, I left some of this email out. And in this email, let me see what I left out. I didn't put this part in here, but one of the important things to notice here is that he said that the guy was responsible for helping a couple of movies. One of them, he said he sold Titanic, and another one was a Tim Burton movie. And I'm just thinking, all right, if a guy... No. It was some other movie. Maybe it wasn't Tim Burton movie. I wish I had it right here. But anyway, the guy came in and said that I sold 2 movies for some people. And one of those movies was already a property, which the company already had. I wish I could remember what it was, but the company already had bought. Yeah. And, oh my God. Wow, how could I forget this? He said the guy told me that he helped sell Titanic in Jurassic Park. Oh. Now, if you help sell Titanic in Jurassic Park, the moment they email you, you won't know who they are. All right, that better be Spielberg talking to you as our James Cameron.
I would take that with a grain of salt, man. I mean, these guys aren't looking on the internet for scripts.
No, these guys. No, exactly. That's the main thing. They're not out trolling the internet for scripts. They already got stuff that they're looking at. Mm-hmm. Look, first of all, Jurassic Park, a novel by Michael Crichton.
Right.
When that novel hit the presses and people read it, that was already a hot property. Yep. Nobody sold that fucking book, okay? That book was already optioned, and they already had tons of directors attached to the project. You know Jurassic Park for what it is right now, the movie directed by Spielberg. But before Spielberg was even involved, there were people trying to jump in on that project like Tim Burton.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot somebody else was trying to get in on it. There was a lot of people trying to get on Jurassic Park. So that script...
Any hot book coming out, any hot book coming out, as soon as it hits number 1, whatever. I don't know how that works, but you can guarantee plenty of people are jumping, plenty of studios are jumping all over that already just to make it into a film. Yeah. And these films, they take years to develop. I mean, they take years to develop. Yeah. And it's just how things are.
Yeah, exactly, co-host. And let me, man, look, you think anybody had to sell Harry Potter? No, the fucking book sells for itself. Yes. So that's strike number 1 right there. Mm-hmm. Number 2, Titanic, James Cameron. Yeah. You think James Cameron had to tell somebody, I need you to pitch the script for me? Now, I will admit right now, I don't know if Titanic was written by another screenwriter.
I don't know either.
I don't know, but I can almost tell you once James Cameron was attached to it, whether he wrote that or not, or whether he had a part in writing that, that script was already done. It was ready to be filmed. Okay, they had a budget already and people attached to a studio. This guy telling you this, he's blowing smoke up your ass. Okay, I mean, I'm telling you this because a lot of these kids, like we had an email a while back. Some kid wrote to us and said, "Hey, do you know anybody at Warner Brothers? Because I have an idea and I want to talk to them." I was like, obviously, You have no idea how this works. Oh, I mean, really, I'm flattered that you can think I can just call Warner Brothers and say, I want to speak to the head guy here and just pitch some script from some kid who I don't even know. Yeah. Will you take a look at this? Mm-hmm. But so there's a lot of kids on here who just have no idea.
They have no clue. They're clueless.
So
it's not your fault. Yeah. It's not your fault.
And this guy apparently, I think he said he's 21. He's from Guatemala. Look, man, Los Angeles and Hollywood, they don't work that way, okay?
They do not, Unfortunately, they do not. I mean, but hey, somebody eventually saw your script and they liked it.
Yeah.
So, hey, take that for what it's worth. But, but you know what? The smart thing is, if you're worried about people stealing your shit, number one, don't put it on the internet.
Yeah.
Do not put it on the internet.
Don't put it out there.
Do not put it out there because anyone will take it. They can change a few names, few words, but regardless of what you have on the internet, people aren't looking for that. They're looking for documentation they can see in front of their face. Yeah. They want a piece of paper with your name, copyright, whatever. And just because you can say, hey, I have it on the internet, that could have been created at any time. There's a lot of things. If you were, let's say if you, any crazy reason you take that to court, they don't bring in a laptop and go, hey, look, this guy created this. Look at the date, whatever. They don't do that.
No, I mean, and on top of that, I mean, if you put your idea out there, there's been plenty. There are. I would say there are thousands upon thousands of stories of people who have submitted an idea, copyrighted and everything. And that shit's been changed enough to where they stole your idea, but they won't get sued. I can tell you firsthand, I worked at a company with a guy that's actually going to start doing some work for us now. One of the most creative guys that I know. I feel bad for him because you can't prove it. Yeah, but you can almost say that this happened. This friend of mine, he had an idea for a video game and a TV series called First Daughter. Now, the studio I was working at the time, well, it was a game studio, and they did a lot of educational software and whatnot. And this was the first foray into making like a console game. I'm talking about a console game like for PlayStation at the time. At the time, it was PlayStation. So, First Daughter was about a girl who was a spy. And her dad was president, but he didn't know that his daughter was going out and solving all kind of crimes and espionage and stuff like that.
A detective,
sort of a detective, yes. Yeah. So one of the people that was interested in this property was Disney.
Oh,
now he submitted it to Disney. Went and did meetings with Disney. Sat down and talked to people face to face. After a while, never heard back from him. Nothing happened with that.
Oh, boy.
Now what happened? Yeah. I would say a few months later, maybe a year later.
Nancy Drew was created?
No. Kim Possible.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, it can't be proven that script had anything to do with Kim Possible being made. But there were a lot of similarities.
Oh, yeah.
And it's kind of,
It happens.
It happens.
Hey, think about all those movies like, Armageddon and... the other
with Morgan Freeman as the president.
Yeah.
God damn, what was that called? Yeah, I can't remember what it was called either.
It was so memorable.
I like that movie. So you like Armageddon better than other movies?
I liked it better than Armageddon.
Oh, did you like it better than? Okay, I thought you.
I liked it better than it, even though Armageddon was like the Super Friends of movies, which is crazy.
No, Armageddon was insane. I don't like Armageddon, but I can see the appeal of it.
Damn,
I know Carlisle loved Armageddon, but the other movie with Morgan Freeman as the president, I remember. Yeah, you have this happens. This happens all the time.
Yeah.
When a volcano movie comes out, you got another volcano.
There were two volcano movies.
Yeah, Dante's Peak and Volcano.
Yeah, right.
And then you had this movie Armageddon, and then you had the other one. Jesus Christ, I wish I could do that. It's an easy name. People you're going to correct us.
So we know that. Come on.
Yeah, we're all fucked up right now. But this happens all the time. Projects get made on the similarity of another project. Yeah. So basically, my man, what I'm trying to tell you is that even if you say your material is copyrighted, somebody could take it. But the fact that this guy even asked you, that's sort of good. And it should be a lesson as to not put your stuff out there like that.
Do not do that. Yeah.
And let me tell you something. This particular guy right here, ask him what his credentials are. Ask him if you can find some information about him on the internet. And that way you can see what he's attached to. You can research shit if people really want you to.
It's really easy. Somebody telling you that he was responsible for Jurassic Park. Look his ass up on IMDb.
Yeah. It's that easy, man.
It is that easy. Look him up on IMDb. His name will be there. And if it's not, Don't trust his
If you sold Jurassic Park, you would be listed as a producer.
Be listed as something, And if you don't see it, quit talking to this guy. And be internet smart, please. Yeah.
And really, if they were that interested in you, you know what they do in Hollywood? When they're interested in you, they fly you out.
They fly you out. Yes, that's
I can tell you that firsthand. They fly you out and talk to you face to face. Or they come and see you.
Because you know what? If somebody sees a script that great to where they feel like, oh, shit, we got to get this, they're going to do their best to make sure that, you belong to them.
You know what happened with this site? I mean, this is even Hollywood.
Yeah.
This is business.
Yeah.
All right. With this site, business. When somebody said, "Hey, I'm interested in what you're doing," the first thing they said was, "Hey, we want to fly you up and talk to you." People do that. They don't. They don't talk to you over the internet.
Yeah.
They don't talk business over the internet.
No.
And if this guy's asking questions, are you copyrighted? That's already he's sizing you up, man.
Yeah.
So, fuck that. No,
be smart. Be smart about it.
Look him up. See if he's legit. Maybe there's some screwy business going on with this guy. I say it's worth looking into, but I can almost guarantee you're getting ripped, man. This guy has nothing to do with Titanic.
There are plenty of con artists. Hey, I've known people that have been conned. They have the wildest stories. They hang out with so and so actor. They've hung out with so and so director. They've been on this set. They make things happen. Spend money. Hey, give me money in order to make you money. You gotta be careful, man. Those guys, they're a dime a dozen, and they're out there looking for people like you, who are hoping that they'll get something out of you, as far as giving you a realization of hope.
Exactly. No, they're not going to just string you along. They're going to and they will. No, let me change that. They will string you along, but they won't do this all over the internet. I have a friend of mine who actually won a screenwriting contest, and one of the people that was interested in the movie was a woman who helped produce. What was that movie with Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx? Collateral. Yeah, she was one of the producers.
Wow.
She was one of the producers on Collateral. This guy. Okay, just to show you how it works. This guy didn't get a call. He didn't get some emails over the internet. He got flown out a couple of times to hang out with this person, and it didn't even happen.
Wow.
And they kind of strung him along, saying, "Yeah, we're thinking about it." And that's what they'll do in Hollywood. They'll tell you that there's a possibility of making it, but if they have any serious intention of doing it, they will coddle you a little bit. They will bring you out, have dinner, talk to you, and then you'll either hear from them or you won't.
Yeah.
But all this internet correspondence shit, fuck that, man. I would say just do a little research and expect to be screwed.
Yeah,
and leave this shit alone as quickly as you can. Don't
a lot of people get screwed. A lot of writers are always getting screwed. I mean, you just got to honestly with this business. I mean, people don't get rich by being honest. All right, you got to think about that.
Yeah, and they prey on people. The internet is one of the easiest things today to prey on people with.
Oh yeah,
it is so easy. And man, let me tell you something. I can tell you how this guy feels right now. This guy Kessler, he's asking us, hoping that we're going to give him the answer that he wants to hear.
Yeah.
He's hoping that we're going to say, "Really? Well, somebody in Los Angeles is interested in you?
Right?
Oh man, this guy's great. Jump on this. This is a great opportunity." No, man, it's going to be the opposite.
It is. And the thing is, I mean, like I said, I mean, number one, don't put your material. If you're worried about people stealing your shit, don't have it on the internet, man. I mean, there are ways.
Even copyrighted, don't do it.
Yeah, you just don't do that, and do your research. Honestly, you have the guy's name if it's a legitimate person.
If it's a legitimate name,
look him up. Do your own research. Call some people. Hey. Call some. Well, not that that's gonna help. There's
who's this guy gonna call? Come on, this guy's in Guatemala. What the fuck is he gonna call?
Do they have phones in Guatemala?
We gonna call Batman?
Are they talking to Vine? Are they sending out smoke signals, Corey?
I like call somebody. Who the fuck is he gonna call?
Once Batman takes over that country, don't worry.
Dude,
Mr. Fox will come in with all his technology.
Hey, look, I'm a little drunk right now, but listen. As much as this guy's trying to probably con you over the internet, I don't know this guy. Maybe he's not. As much as he probably is trying to con you, the internet is in your favor too.
It is.
And like I said, the internet allows you to do research. And if you can't find anything on this guy, if you are involved with Jurassic Park and Titanic, you better have a website dedicated to your ass. I mean, you better at least appear on IMDb.
Yeah. Hey, there are plenty of
highest grossing movie of all time.
Exactly. I know this guy. what's the WB the Warner Brothers producer? He produced Matrix. What's the guy?
Joe Silver.
Joe Silver.
Yeah.
That guy is like a titan of producers. You know that guy's fucking. I mean, even if you've never seen him, you know his name. You've heard his name.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy should be as big as him.
Yeah,
you know, unless
you sold Jurassic Park and Titanic.
Yeah. Unless he's just incredibly modest. The people like that don't exist.
And if if your name is like Schlecky Emmelstein, I mean, you don't know that name. The chances are,
just be happy somebody recognized your work. That's nice and all, but you know what? Be smart about it. Do your research, kid. Do your research. And hey, maybe someday we'll see your name on the big credits on the big screen. All right,
but not now because what's going to happen
not right
to you?
now because you got to be careful, man. This guy, this guy might want just a piece of ass. Who knows? You never know.
Yeah, this guy might be a child molester.
Exactly.
He might tell me 21 years old. He might think he has.
Be smart.
Yeah, you might be working as a cabana boy at his pool.
Once we get huge. Maybe we'll buy you.
Hey, yeah, we'll be legitimate. Yeah, the names of Corey and co-host after this. You can trust us.
Yes.
We'll give you $5 for your script.
We'll be Lionsgate Jr.
we'll be Cougar Gate.
We'll have Monday midnight screenings of all our films. Well, we'll open up our movies on Monday midnight screenings. Yeah.
All our films are shot on DV.
Cheap for us, cheap for you.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll give out coupons.
Hey, you know
for
what?
Our
Here's what we do. We'll buy your script for $5. We'll make the movie for $10. Me and co-host, we'll play all the roles.
Yeah, we'll send a taxi to grab your ass. We'll have a meeting with you.
Yeah, we'll give you a meal voucher when you get on the plane to come to Texas. So, all right, man. You know what? I have one more email here.
One more.
Yeah. Do you want to leave or do you want to read one more?
No,
let's read one more. All right.
Why not?
Okay. This will be right up your alley too.
All right.
I know we're going long, people. We're having a good time. Fuck you if you ain't having a good time with us.
Turn it off.
Shit. We're having a great time.
Do everyone a favor. Turn it off.
Okay. So, this is a guy.
Yeah.
Who, I mean, look, I'm not going to read this whole thing from this dude. This is, did I even take this email?
Oh. Read it, Corey.
Maybe I didn't. It's from Z Gamer. Yeah. Z Gamer. Look, this dude wrote me a goddamn novel to ask one question.
Wow.
Do you think video game movies will ever be respected? I mean, he wrote me 5. I'm not lying. He wrote me 5.
Did he give you examples of movies that
he did.
Great?
He like Halo 3 and all that kind of shit. He went in and at the end of it, at the end of like 5 pages, he said, my question is.
Hey, Corey, I salute him.
I mean, and I told him, I said, look, man, he says, because I wrote him back and I said, damn, that was a long email. And he said, sorry. I was like, hey, look, man, you write as long as you want to. I may not read it all.
We responded, goddammit.
Yeah, at least we responded.
At least we responded. Like I said, Corey, I salute him.
Exactly. At least you can write. You're prolific.
You put your heart into that email, goddammit.
Yeah. And I respect that. Hey, but you know what, man? Look. It's just like comic book movies.
Yeah.
Comic books. Think how long comic books have been out.
That's true. Yeah.
Since what? I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to give history. I'm thinking about superhero comics. Yeah. We're talking about the 30s, man.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we're talking about the history of comics. We're talking about the 30s where we had comics come out, and it's just
I'm thinking about the caveman days, Corey.
Oh no, the etchings on the wall.
Etchings on the wall. Those are comic books.
I mean, one of those etchings had a guy wearing a cape.
Yeah.
Come on. No, we're talking about as comics are today. I will tell you, I'm not as well versed on the history of comics as I should be. I know when the Comics Code came out that said comics actually had to be presentable material for children and whatnot. It had to, and
it was all due to those goddamn EC Comics.
And the EC Comics, man, the heart.
Damn them goddamn
people,
Tales from the
kids.
Crypt.
Kids, I know.
Vault of Horror.
You probably saw Eerie and Creepy and all. I don't think Eerie and Creepy were they part of. I don't think they were part of EC Comics, but the Vault of Horror, Weird Science. What was it? Tales from the Crypt. Vault of Horror. Weird Tales. Yeah. Kids, go back and read some of those comics. They got them in a collection. Those comics were coming out before the Comics Code came out, and those were I mean, those were some gruesome comics, man.
Hey, Ray Bradbury wrote some of that.
And you had some great authors who wrote those.
Great authors.
Yeah.
Taken very seriously.
Ray Bradbury wrote for I think for Weird Tales, I think. Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
And Weird Science.
Yeah.
Man, back then, I mean, you had comics that were pretty gruesome. I remember in Tales of the Crypt, they had one story that ended with a guy that was tied to a bell, like one of those giant bells. Yeah. And you think nothing of it, but really, if you think about it, what if a guy was tied to a bell and he had to slam up against the walls of the bell? And at the end of that story, they said at first you heard the dong, and then later you just heard squish, like the guy was crushed from hitting the. Oh my God, that was some disturbing shit, man. And so they brought across the comics code, which said they had to be presentable material for kids, and that included superhero comics.
Yeah,
Batman and Robin were considered to be a homosexual couple.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, and I'm not kidding. They said you got.
Everyone knows Batman would never do that.
Yeah. Or do we? But so what we have here is like comics have just now today. I mean, come on, man. We have never had a movie like The Dark Knight.
Right.
We had never.
Well, you think about the generation.
As far as superhero comics go.
Superheroes, You think about the generation that was reading those comics where, they were being laughed at as kids for reading that shit. And they're like, well, you know what? I see depth in these characters. I see something about this that, it struck a chord in people, obviously. And it struck a chord in me. And, hey, thank God Warner Brothers found a guy that said, you know what?
I'm going to do this right.
I want to really do this right.
Yeah.
And I have a lot, and he didn't go out and prance around Hollywood and go, people, I'm going to make the greatest Batman film ever.
No.
It was completely under the radar. Some guy who just knew how to make fucking films.
He wasn't even like a huge comic fan.
No, he wasn't. He was like, you know what, there's something about this character and about some of these books I've read that really tapped into my psyche and what I enjoy about him.
Yeah.
And he made a film about it, and goddamn.
And look how long. With your horror comics from back in the day, from the 50s, they led up to some more mature stuff. Like we have Creepshow because of that. One of my favorite movies.
Oh yes,
we have Creepshow. We have the
George Romero classic, a George Romero Stephen King
classic.
That
movie is awesome. Go.
If you haven't seen that film, see it. It is this week or this weekend, and invite a bunch of friends. That movie still holds up. It's a party film.
It is.
Jesus Christ.
I love that. That's one of my favorite movies. Creepshow.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, goddamn. And kids, let me tell you something. Creepshow is one of those movies. It is a comic book movie.
Oh, yeah.
But it is not a superhero comic, but it is a comic book movie that has been, it is a more mature movie.
Yeah.
We have Tales from the Dark Side that was influenced by EC Comics. We have Tales from the Crypt.
Yep.
We even have some Tales from the Crypt movies that were influenced.
Tales from the Crypt that were all those stories are all from the Tales
but
of the Crypt
superhero
comics,
movies, we never got to the adult material that we have right now. I mean, as far as superheroes goes, maybe Blade, but Blade is a vampire hunter. We're talking about the Cape
Blade
Crusaders.
was a very obscure comic book that by accident somebody made a great film out of. And it did lead the way. As
Blade
far as, I will give Blade complete credit. Blade came out around the same time as Matrix, and I tell you what, when I saw Blade and then I saw the Matrix, I was like, wow, it's like somebody watched Blade or something. I don't know what happened, but maybe it's by accident. But Blade really impressed the hell out of me.
Let me tell you something. Blade, a lot of people they undercredit Blade. Blade is the movie that brought in, as a superhero comic, brought in this new age of comics that are taken very seriously.
Oh, yeah.
People say Batman, but Blade was like rated R.
Oh, yeah. Blade was rated R, and Blade was a Marvel
It was a Marvel superhero.
And it made
Tomb of Dracula is where he first premiered.
And it made me pay attention to Marvel movies, because now when I see that Marvel credit at the beginning, I always think about Blade.
And Punisher. I mean, let's not forget Punisher was started in Spider-Man. Yeah, like you got some hardcore characters who were started in like some of your mainstream superhero comics, or some of the offshoot of comics from Marvel and DC.
Yeah.
And so with video games, the lead up to video games right now, you're going to see the same thing, man. I mean, we've had so many years now of video games being the equivalent of a mature title, a rated R movie. Yeah. And we've already had some of those movies being made. Resident Evil was a rated R movie.
Max Payne's. We'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, but we've had some rated R movies come out based on video games.
Silent Hill.
Silent Hill was rated R. And Silent Hill is actually not bad as far as the mood.
No, you know
it's
what?
It's not a great movie. But
as much as I'd like to say it's not a great movie, there are some moments on there. There's some moments in that film that are genuinely kind of creepy.
Yeah.
And
let me tell you
something. I like to watch that movie again because there are some moments that I just love the mood of that film.
I'm a huge fan of the Silent Hill series.
Silent Hill is great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I put that second to Resident Evil. I love the Resident Evil games. I love playing them. Actually, Corey, tonight, we're playing.
We're going to play Resident Evil 4 after we're done.
Resident Evil 4 on the Wii.
On the Wii.
With interactive
projected through your eyeballs.
That's right.
But man, something. The thing is with Resident Evil, that was a jump scare kind of movie.
Yeah.
Or even a video game. It was a jump scare and it was fun.
Yeah.
But Silent Hill, the first one, for all the crude graphics and everything, that game fucked me up.
It was genuinely creepy.
And it had a really creepy soundtrack. I couldn't sleep at night sometimes thinking about that. And they did and that movie took some things from Silent Hill 2, the game, where they mimicked that game spot on, man. I still don't think it was a great movie, but you can see the progression. Look, basically what we're trying to say is that it took a long time for comic book movies to mature.
It did.
You have a whole different age of people coming up like me who grew up on video games, and I know the potential for them. They're not just kids things anymore. They're for adults too. And it's only a matter of time before you get a director like Christopher Nolan who comes in and says, you know something? Yeah, you're telling me this is a video game. Fuck that. This is a great story.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make a good movie. You want me to just turn this out quick? No. I'm going to make this a really great movie. Yeah. And I will tell you, it hasn't been done yet. It has not.
No, it hasn't. And the thing is, whenever that happens, I almost guarantee you that director's not even going to come in trying to say, hey, I get this game. I feel this game. I know what this game's about, and I know how to put it on film. It's going to completely happen by accident. It's just going to be some guy we probably never even heard of going, hey, you know what? I want to turn this game into a film. You guys mind? I'm going to hire these actors, and I got this crew. I'm ready to do this.
Yeah, that's the way it happens.
Completely go under the radar, and then when it comes out, it's going to strike a chord in people, and boom, that movie's going to be. They're going to be saying this is the Batman Begins of goddamn arcade games or video game movies, period.
Because it doesn't take somebody, you're right, it doesn't take somebody who knows the game. It doesn't take somebody who knows the comic book. It doesn't take somebody who knows the genre like an action film, like taking the Pelham 1, 2, 3. It takes somebody who says, I see the good story in this. I also see what the fans like.
Yeah.
Take somebody like Jon Favreau. He says, you know what? I need to know what the fans like. But at the same time, I'm not just going to go out and make a fan film because these fuckers don't even know what they want half the time. I have to reserve a little bit of myself in there to make a good film. And that's what you're going to get with a video game movie. And they'll know the balance. And it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Give it time.
Like I said, it's going to be under the radar. That guy's not – you're not even going to hear that guy in interviews going, this is what I knew.
Exactly.
He's just going to – I'm just making a movie. I'm sorry. I'm just making a movie.
And he's done his research.
And he knows his shit. And the guy's just a goddamn genius. Like I said, like Christopher Nolan – how many interviews have you read where he's like, "This is what I want. This is what the people want"? No, he's very just.
He knows.
I'm just making a movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to take that director who knows the right balance. He's going to say, "Look, I know when to draw the line. I know when to look at the source material and see what works."
Yeah.
But you know something, man? All you fans, I'm going to upset you. I'm going to piss you off. But it's not you because you want crazy shit. Okay, it's not the fans. It's somebody who goes in and sees what made the game work or what made the comic book work or what made the genre work.
Something personal in them that strikes a chord.
It's not the fans.
And they feel, it's just when you feel like when you make something, when you create something, you're just doing it.
Yeah.
Because you have to. You have to do this. You're not doing it to please anyone. It's just it has to be done.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to happen.
And that's exactly
what's going to happen.
Yeah. Are you fans out there?
They're not going to jerk off everybody going, I'm making this for the fans because the fans want it. No, bullshit.
I mean, whatever resonated with the fans, it resonated because it wasn't because of you exactly. It was because there was a good story there, or there was something some strong character development. It wasn't because of you.
Yes.
I hate to bust your bubble, fans, but it's not because of you.
No, you're right.
It's because of you that Snakes on a Plane was great to watch in the theater with an audience, but it's because it was a stupid ass movie too.
It was, yeah.
I'm sorry. I mean, I hate to give you guys. I mean, you're gonna hate me for this, but it's not because of you.
I don't hate you.
Yeah, I know you, but you know what I'm saying.
Not right now.
Yeah, but wait till later. Yeah, wait till we playing Wii. But. So basically, man, what we're saying is, I know we've been bullshitting, but just give it time. It's going to happen.
It will.
Things progress. And it takes that one person to realize, like, this is a mature medium. Mm-hmm. There is a great story here, and I'm not just going to make some bullshit.
Corey, think about how old you are and I mean, aren't you glad to be alive in the day where somebody did a fucking Batman movie right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see there's some science fiction movies that were done right. I'm glad to see there's some action movies that were done right. And I mean, you eventually, you stay alive long enough and you see where people worked in a certain category or genre where people just wrote it off. Mm-hmm. And then you had that one person that said, I know how to do this.
Yeah.
And that's what you're going to see with video games.
Yep.
So
it's going to happen. That's it. Don't worry. Don't worry, kids.
Last email, and this will be quick. What were some of your what are some of the worst animated movies you've seen?
All of them.
Oh yeah, including Spill.com.
I'm still waiting for my Batman Begins of animated movies.
The one that comes to mind right off the bat is 8 Crazy Nights. That was the most recent one that I saw. That was terrible.
I never saw that. Wow.
And that's from Hayden. Do you know of any bad animated movies that you've seen?
Wow. I know there's some forgettable ones, but they're forgettable for a reason because I don't remember their names.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
so
crazy.
There you go. Answer that real quick. So there you go, people.
They're out there. Don't worry. There's plenty of them.
Exactly.
Just go look for any DVD box with some animation on it that you never even heard of. That was it.
There's a lot of them out there, but we forgot them for a reason. So anyway, but 8 Crazy Nights is one that I can remember being terrible. Golly. And that's the Adam Sandler movie.
That's a great
about the
question
Jewish holiday.
Because I'm actually stumped. Yeah,
I know there's some that I've seen.
There's a few,
and they're mostly children's films. But yeah,
they are.
So anyway, we answered that real quick. All right, you know what? Let's go ahead and get out of here because I know we've gone on really long right now.
No, hold on, Corey.
What?
Before, you remember that picture I told you about?
What, from High School Musical 2? What's the chick's name?
Vanessa Hudgenson.
Yeah, let me see.
Hugginson?
You found the pictures?
Here you go. Are you ready? Here.
Oh my!
Look at that!
God!
That is a work of beauty. Thank Batman for that work of art.
God, man.
You got to call up her parents and thank her parents. You never seen that before?
I've never seen that, you dirty son of a bitch.
This was the picture that, she put up. I don't know who took it.
She didn't put that up.
Well, she was awesome enough to allow somebody to take a picture of her.
I can guarantee you, though, she didn't think that shit was going to end up on the internet.
Are you kidding?
How did shit like that end up on the internet?
Corey, come on. This girl was around during the Paris tapes. She was around during the Pamela Anderson tapes. Of course she knew this shit was going to
Damn, if I'm looking at this, people,
I'm
sorry. I'm a pervert too. I'm sorry.
Beautiful. Look at that beautiful work. Now, okay, kids, there's a thing
Jesus.
between being a pervert and then appreciating a beautiful body. And this
what's her name again?
Vanessa Hudgenson?
Vanessa Hutchinson.
Yeah.
From High School Musical 2.
From High School Musical 2, yes.
I got the box right here.
There. Look at that credit. Yeah.
That girl right there.
That girl right there, yes.
Oh my sweet Jesus.
Isn't she gorgeous?
Oh my God.
Apparently she came out with a CD too, but I don't think anybody gave a shit about that. But,
don't nobody want to hear her sing. Get naked. I mean, with that body.
I want to see her naked.
Oh my
She's
God.
She's going to be a big star.
And she's
Corey.
dating that dork right there? Right there?
That dude better enjoy it while it lasts. That's all I gotta say.
That fucking ass.
Once Brad Pitt is tired of Angelina,
and he moves on to that, that's it. Yeah. It's all over. Even Brad Pitt at 50 years old could get that.
Yeah, but see, Corey,
God.
You see, do you want to watch?
You know what? Look, hey, co-host, looking at this picture.
Yeah.
This has left such an imprint burn on my brain that I can actually see that body on this girl in High School Musical. We're gonna play Resident Evil 4 and watch High School Musical.
Oh boy!
And then I'm gonna go home and do dirty things with myself.
Party night tonight. Well, as long as you go do whatever
I ain't doing it to you.
Don't do it here. No, I don't want to watch that shit.
I'll unplug you. How about that? Oh my God.
Please.
What's her name again so the people know?
Vanessa
Hutchinson.
Yeah.
Let me scan that picture bigger, man.
Here we go. Here we're scanning it up.
Oh,
beauty.
Oh,
man, you know what? This makes me want to make some music, Corey. Hold on. Here we go. Right here. Record it. Beauty. That's how I do it, Corey. And then here we go. It's ready.
You know what? That just ruined any kind of fantasy I had about this girl.
That? Come on, man.
Oh, get her. All right, people. As Coles plays us out, this has been a couple of cold ones tonight.
Yes.
It's been fun.
It's been fun. Hey,
co-host, you got to come back next week, man.
Corey,
we'll think about it.
I'll think about
it. People, we did a long cold ones because we wanted to give you something just in case it was the last one.
Yeah.
So we just want to say thank you.
Hey.
Thanks for requesting another one.
Yes, thank you. Hey, we're doing it for you guys because God knows that we all know people deserve more.
Oh, get out of here. All right. Good night, y'all.
All right. See ya.